Hello, friends. How are we doing? I hope we are doing well. I hope we are doing well. We have a little bit of fun today. It's gonna be kind of a chill stream. While I play a little Dark Cloud, but I said this would happen. I said it would happen. No one believed me. No one believed me, but I did know this would happen. Actually, I think everyone believed me. Firebat has continued to crash out and has moved past the deranged copium phase of Mary Chu Fallout and has moved on to just full-on whining. So we are going to talk a little bit about that. I just want to wait for a couple more people to show up before we actually jump into the Mary Chu. It could be fun. It could be fun. Until we get some more people, I'm just gonna play Dark Cloud while I wait. Just because I like Dark Cloud. Okay, so you're in here. Sound off. Say hi. Yeah, I will. Alright, you know, we're just gonna jump in because I think Firebat's streams are very, very boring. A lot of this is just gonna be
interview. So wish her luck. Keep her in your prayers. And then I have my other interview in a couple days. But for those of you who don't know, I did a reaction video to Mary Chu, basically teledraw how it is, / showing just how inconsistent she is, proving my point that she's too afraid to pick sides and just be honest and just leave it at that instead of just going back and forth. You guys can watch that for yourselves. But someone sent me something, and I'm going to react to that, see how it goes. So apparently, in Mary Chu's debate with Akio, at 1 hour and about 17 minutes into the video, apparently she admitted to allegedly using me to on purpose with me reading the letters out loud, which makes no fucking sense. But we're gonna see if this is true or not. And so, let's go. Let's fucking go, chat. This has here.
But that's fine.
Water.
Well, what's an example of a TERF
So why are
taking
you
with
finding
Mary?
commonalities with Hitler?
I'm not finding commonalities with Hitler. I agree with TERFs on some things.
You compared TERFs to Hitler.
No, do you not
all
know what
that
Hitler drank water
happens.
means?
No?
Fuck me.
It's
No, I don't know that.
so
That's
Aiko.
right. I don't know that.
Mary's point here, Aiko, is that just because you share some similarities with a person or a group, doesn't mean that you agree with everything they do. Like in the same way that Hitler drank
Obviously.
water, but you also drink water. Mary might have some similar agreements with TERFs, but doesn't mean that she identifies or agrees with everything that TERFs say or do.
I think that if you agree with TERFs on trans issues, then isn't that fundamentally TERF beliefs?
No, that's black and white thinking,
No?
which is why I asked if you're autistic. This actually requires
Okay.
a great deal of nuance to understand the right way forward.
Wow.
I'm a trans person trying to see the nuance in there. Some things are right on one side, some things are right on the other side.
For
I
me,
think
it
there
looks
needs to be
like
some
you
kind of
enjoy
compromise.
tearing
Explain all
down
this.
other trans people unless they're
Tearing
rapists
down
and
trans- like-
abusers.
What are you talking about? I disagree with people, so I
I
express
mean,
it.
you find the worst. You find the worst one. You find the most AGP argument for AGP. If there's anyone with a case for being called AGP, it'd be Firebat. So you find the freak, and you befriend them
I ain't befriend
instead of.
Firebat.
The worst part of this
Fucking
never-ending
liar!
crash
You literally
out
admitted
is
this
that
to me.
It has given back cover and confidence. I agree.
You befriended me, and then you stabbed me in the back. As she purses her lips, realizes she just lied out of her own mouth.
You literally did. You sent secret DMs begging
Secret? They weren't
her to
secret.
not.
They were anything but secret. They've been everywhere now.
You begged for them multiple times to not share this at
Yeah.
the
Actually, just twice.
I wonder what
beginning and at the
Firebat's
end
gonna
because
do.
you were
Twice as
stupid
much.
enough to think
Dumbass.
that. I know that
I
you were
wonder what
going to go
Firebat's
down
gonna
this
do if you say, "Please
narrative.
don't leak it."
We
Wow.
called this already. We called this already, but I listened to the whole thing, even the parts that weren't in the screenshots, okay? I saw everything you said,
Yeah.
and that is cope. You did not, this was clearly not something you thought would be leaked, and now you're just trying to giga chat it, but it's
Okay,
not
so
working.
you can't intuit
No
whether
one
someone
buys it.
means when they say something, but you can intuit that there's no way that I could have known that Firebat, who has leaked shit previously, would leak shit again. Okay, sure.
Oh, so she did use me. Okay, that's fine. I mean,
Aiko was right here. I'm pretty sure the only reason Mary did that interview was to expose Bat to mockery. Pretty base of Mary Chu, actually. No, very base. I do believe that we should be exposing Firebat to mockery. Absolutely. 100% should.
I saw that coming a mile away, guys. I'm not surprised at all. I freaking know these people enough now to know exactly how they tick. And I've always known that Mary Chu has never had my best interest at heart at the end of the day. Like, damn. It still hurts a little bit, though. Just a little bit. Not very much, though.
You can think what you want, mate. I don't care.
You should have known.
You think I'm a,
should- we
you,
would-
you think
you
that
would
if anyone
think.
agrees with a TERF on anything to do with trans,
So-
then they're evil. So I don't know, man.
I didn't say that they're evil.
What you saying?
They said that they were a TERF. They were saying you were a TERF for
Yeah, TERF.
doing
So
that.
if you think TERFs are evil, then you would think that it's evil. But if you
No,
don't
it's
think
not
TERFs
evil
are
to agree
evil,
on the odd thing. That's what Hitler drank water means.
What's
Fuck
an
me,
example,
man.
Mary? of
You're from
something you
Twitch
agree
Paul.
with
How do you not
TERFs
know
on?
this shit? Sorry.
listen.
No, what was Mary
listen.
saying? I wanna hear
I
that.
know that this is.
What's an
so-
example, Mary,
Go ahead.
of something you agree with TERFs on, like with regards to trans stuff, obviously? What's something you agree with TERFs on?
I think that some women's spaces should be female only, such as prisons.
I disagree completely.
And what are your thoughts on that, Aiko?
I think that prisons should be safe, and there shouldn't be rape in them in general.
I agree with Aiko. I disagree with Mary completely here. Fun fact about trans women in male prisons. Have you guys ever heard of the phrase V-coding before? Sound off in the chat if you have. The V-coding is the practice of guards intentionally assigning trans women to cell with particularly violent inmates in order to, quote, satiate. So literally using trans women as fucking rape dolls in order to keep the peace. And that is cruel and unusual punishment, so Mary Chu is deranged.
I think people You should not be going to a prison with the expectation that you'll be assaulted. I know that's the case. I don't have an answer for prisons. I think the prisons.
Okay, so in other words, Mary Chu, you're fucked. You're just as bad as your drama channels. You try to act like you're so much better than them. You're above them. You're done with this shit. You fucked up. So I think you kind of owe me an apology. There's something about that person I'm telling you, they seem weird. Well, no shit, Gaylord. No fucking shit, they're fucking weird. Okay, let's go back to what we were covering before. Now since we've covered this. Now since we've now heard it out fucking Mary Chu's own fucking mouth that she used me like that again. Which, I'm over it. I'm not angry about it. Made some epic food. I even left her a text 18 hours ago. Sent me some epic food. Like, damn. Fucking damn. We want history. Let's go to history. History. We'll go back to this one. There we go.
The prison system is fucked overall.
Okay. Oh,
and I guess it depends on the person.
Whoops. We want this one. No! What am I fucking doing?
Should be
fucking insane.
safe, and there shouldn't be.
God damn it. Okay, that's my live stream. Ah, there it is. No. It's not this one either. Okay. God damn it. Why can't I just click on grenade?
And being said fast and you're not going.
It's so funny. They're like, oh yeah, no, it was a good thing you did that with me leaking things. That's fine. I accept that is not a very moral thing to do, but I want people to consider. I can really, or like, no, that's me. Hang on. No, it's this one. It's this one.
With you, I'll always be honest. I'm not a Republican on this, but I'll always be honest with you.
He has been manipulating me the entire time. Like, people are gonna jump in and be like, oh, you leaked the call. That's like the most current thing that has happened. Believe it or not, when people have relationships, it's a thing that exists over time. Things happen because of other things. You know what I mean? It says things like this. Hang on, where it is.
Wow, you just came to that conclusion? I could have told you that, freaking dude. So Steph Gaylord says, Mary Chu is an agent of confusion from everything I've seen. No shit. That's why...
Firebat did just misgender Mary Chu here. We disavow completely. But I've noticed that Firebat does this with any trans person that they don't really like, is that they will straight up misgender or degender them when it comes to, oh, I don't like this person. And so now that Mary Chu is on Firebat's shit list, it's become an issue of, oh, this is a dude. That form.
No one takes her seriously, just like no one takes Femnoise or Trough seriously. Because they're fucking jokes. These people are fucking jokes at the end of the day. Letting moral society
so
decide.
mad.
I got out of one of Mary Chu's statements. Like, WTF. Fair enough. I can't have solid base.
The only trans personal pronouns I've seen her respect is also Ashley, who she is obsessed with. Yeah, completely. That's the thing, is that Firebat literally only wants to... Because, you know, any trans person who she doesn't like is one of the bad ones, so it doesn't deserve it.
They stand on, and if anything, leans more toward a Blair White on issues. Yeah, I can see that. I can see some Blair White and Mary Chu a little bit, and I think that's why I like her, is a little bit because of that. Yeah, who says that? Like the fuck? Fair enough.
Where it is? Where is it? Not meaning it. To placate me because I'm mentally ill, apparently.
Oh god, I'm starting to copy them. Doing the whole fair enough. God damn it.
You know, beyond the pale, I always stick up for you. Because again, I do really like you.
He's saying that he didn't mean anything that he was...
There's a video. Hold on, wait. I have something.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I'm a little lost, but fair enough. Fair enough. That's the tat. Fair enough.
Fair enough, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go. Fair enough. What's up, guys?
I need a break from Firebat content really quickly, so I'm gonna go to my emotional support video here. We're just gonna enjoy my emotional support video here really quickly. God, please make Firebat a eunuch. Yeah, we're gonna go to my emotional support video.
It's recording.
Perfect. Oh god, that
Life is so crazy.
Hi Yoshi, welcome in.
I met you a month ago at Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're living together.
Hey, like, you know, a month ago at Whole
That's how this works.
And now we're living together.
Everything is supposed to be easy.
I love that our parents are putting money in our
We're buying
account.
celery.
You were buying rosé?
I love these people, they're so white. You were buying celery. You were buying rosé. Okay. We're gonna pop back to that every time I get frustrated with Firebat.
Why say that then?
Not the
I feel
whole
good
thing.
friends. You know, like, I've always...
It could have been Erewhon.
To be honest, I think we're good friends. Why would you say that to someone you don't mean it? That's disgusting. So I hope we're starting to understand a bit better why I leaked this. Because I had an inkling about this shit. That's the whole reason I fucking recorded this. And it doesn't start from the beginning because I didn't think of it straight away. And after a short while, I'm like, this guy might bullshit me. This guy might just be using me as some kind of stepping stone and is in the process of fucking throwing me under the bus. Or his shitty fucking... Well, you can think that because you don't know shit and you can get the fuck out of here. Give me a sec. You don't know the situation. You're not the one being lied to. You're not the one that someone has pretended to be friends with. You're not listening to both sides of the thing. Just get the...
Trop, you fucked up. You shouldn't treat Mary Chu this way if you guys were actually friends. Like, damn, that's fucked.
I don't think Mary Chu needs friends.
Fuck out of here. I don't care. You are worthless to me. You are fucking scum. Go away.
I believe about 10% of it. So
I believe about 10% of it. Wow.
But again, I was also blackout fucking drunk. I'm sure that
he's always blackout drunk, and I'm always mentally ill apparently. So what's the difference?
there's a lot of fucking things that people fucking say they wouldn't want to be fucking repeated when you're blackout fucking drunk.
So that's an excuse for lying, is it? Also, because I was drunk. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, we're friends. Oh yeah, I'm always gonna be honest with you. Oh yeah, we're cool. Oh yeah, you know, actually I think this, that, and the other. Oh, actually I agree with you on a bunch of stuff that people are currently fucking pillaring you over. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? I told him in this call, I'm gonna end up starting to say things if things don't change. Because it's annoying. This is that. Sorry.
But again, somehow, despite everything, I am the asshole, which is fucking...
Yes.
I don't care about the Mary Chu trough drama. Is there any good crash outs in here?
You are the asshole. Thanked them the entire time and they got sick of it, but I'm the asshole. Yeah, wow.
It's fucking insane.
But you're the asshole is what I meant to say then.
It really fucking is. Like, I have done nothing fucking wrong.
Aiko, including Aiko herself.
Roughly, okay, let's rewind by a minute. And
Gotta catch them all. Mary Chu.
He's like angry.
Yeah.
You're like Polyrat, and you're like, you're wagging off.
I can be.
Okay, this person exhausts me, but God, let's go see if there's anything good in the fire chat. I want to cover more Firebat content, but not if it's gonna be this fucking boring. Mary's so fucking boring. Okay. There you go, transfer by drama. Oh my god, is this... Okay. Let's check Troll's fire card. Okay. Let's see if there's anything. It requires someone to go through and clip highlights, honestly. Yeah, I know. I need a highlights channel. You think Malcolm? Oh, wait. I think I've got something.
So I need you guys' help, and if you guys can, if you guys know who Femyoids is on YouTube, look her up, Femyoz. If you recognize her here on FetLife, could you please give me her name on here so I can report her for stalking me? It's absolutely creepy at this point that she's stalking me on here. Or if you guys could, please report her for stalking me. It's just really inappropriate behavior at this point. Like, I don't mind her sharing my posts and talking about him. Like, I'm not bothered by that. It's just really creepy at this point that, you know, she's also a trans woman and is talking as if she's somehow better and more superior than me and all that. And it's just gross behavior at this point. If not, I understand. I'm not going to beg people for.
Okay, so Firebat is convinced that ooh, actually, that's a really great point. I would love to bring out some other videos from the Drunken Firebat stream. Let's talk about them. I have some other videos that we could talk about from the Drunken Firebat stream. They're gonna be really good. My favorite one, actually.
So an African American bitch says this. Oh wait, you proved my point, fucking loser.
I don't know. What? To me, it just kind of sounds like maybe she wasn't that interested in, you know, blanking your blank, as you say.
Oh, look at you, Frankie. Oh, you fucking black bitch. I know you're black. I'm not dumb. I know accents enough to know.
Don't be racist.
Just wanted to bring that back. He gets absolutely no engagement on FetLife. Oh my god. I would believe it. No, I would believe it. Actually, no, I don't want to subject myself to that. I could go look at it, but I'm not gonna, because I would believe that she doesn't get any engagement. See, the thing about FetLife is that a large part of FetLife is built around, like, community. So if you're not actively going to events, if you're not actively doing stuff, then no one's gonna fucking engage with you because they don't know who you are. Like, if FetLife is not like goddamn Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube or anything like that where you can just post whatever and be like an influencer on there, it's very, very insular. Ooh, big chest, here we go. Let's guess the trap. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be an explosion. Yay, I did it! And I got a new weapon, which is perfect. Guys, this is Dark Cloud, by the way. I love Dark Cloud. I have to stand in powder. But it's a perfect stream game because it's all randomly generated dungeons, which I really enjoy. Plus it has a city building element. Super fun. But yeah, no, I would leave it. I've seen some of Firebat's FetLife posts, and they're fucking gross. Low effort, low skill, unintelligently typed posts. No, please send me those, because that would be so fun. I want to look at those. Oh no, I think I broke it. I think I broke it. I think I broke it. No, the reshape. The reshape worked. Okay, great. You put it in Palantir. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. I love my Palantir channel. Okay, okay. Okay, so first we've got cooking like a boss. Trust me, I sample tested. I've never had my food go to waste or mold. LOL. And Tanya loves my cooking skills and prepping skills. LOL. I'm sure Tanya loves the ramen bucket. Charles gonna come out with 4 eyes. Okay. Chicken with gravy, 1 whole breast. Black beans, cannot spell. Beans? B-E-E-N? Okay, sweet corn, vegetable soup mixed, oops. 2 breaded fish fillet, jasmine rice, 1 scoop of black. Can you please spell beans correctly? You illiterate fuck. Okay. Vegetable stew. She was so annoyed about the mold cup comment. I bet she was.
Wow, that is delicious. Finally, some good fucking food.
Oh, I need some more Gordon Ramsay clips for this.
Are you stupid?
Here we go.
Look at this! Look! 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 Look!
Okay, that's a good one. Oh, this one's good.
This is the lamp. Where's the lamp?
I don't like that one. No, we're not gonna do that one.
What the is Twitch?
A live stream.
Okay. I'm sure she was lying about it being paint. Probably. Okay. Jasmine rice with 1 scoop of black beans, vegetable soup, sweet corn mix, stir fry mix, mashed potatoes, and this is just... This isn't cooking. Mayo, sweet relish, and tuna fish? That's not... You don't meal prep tuna. Jesus. You know this bitch microwaves fish. You know this bitch will microwave fish. You know.
He brings that pissing over, and the big surprise is... It's fucking disgusting.
Oh. Okay. Look at this. Oh my god. Slop. It's slop. Yeah, you're right. Tuna salad does need to be freshly prepped. Like, you know this bitch would microwave fish. Ugh. I'd lose it if I had to eat this for lunch 5 days a week. Yeah. Like, bitch, you're just throwing some shit together and calling it cooking. This is slop. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. The mashed potatoes and stir fry is also, yeah, that's particularly offensive. Like, these are just, it's slop, it's disgusting. Like, who combines stir fry and mashed potatoes? That's such a weird combination.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
I know this bitch is not washing her rice. And I know this bitch is not cooking her rice properly. She probably thinks she has to drain a pot. This bitch probably doesn't even have a rice cooker. Stinky, disgusting, gross. Ugh. 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 Oh, Frankie did another video. We're gonna watch that. Let's watch that.
Hello,
That's
everyone,
way more
and
interesting.
welcome back to part 2 of the Firebat saga. Once again, I am going to start off by saying this video is for entertainment and documentation purposes only.
Okay, well,
Any
if we're
and
gonna
all
have...
allegations expressed are just that, allegations. Any opinions expressed are also just that, opinions. Do not go and harass this individual or any of the other individuals mentioned here. I also want to give a few trigger warnings for the subjects of SA, DV, verbal abuse.
She prides herself on mixing concoctions together, coming out great. It's like, when you were a kid, did you ever, like, make potions? You know, where you, like, take a little shampoo, you take a little conditioner, and then you just kind of swirl it together and you say, this is my potion. And you put a little soap shaving in it while you're in the bath, and be like, I have made a potion. Ooh, my potions are too strong for you. It's that, but with cooking. It's not even cooking. I wouldn't even call it cooking. Now, I, as somebody who actually can cook, find that offensive. Like, I truly think when she said it was nostalgic for Juvie, and she said it was nostalgic for Juvie, the cooking somewhat made sense, but these guys are better cooks. Yeah, no, a fucking, in prison, in juvenile hall, you can make a goddamn pizza out of some fucking Fritos and peas. Like, they can do whatever they want. This is just fucking slop. You're not in jail anymore. Like, one, you shouldn't be nostalgic for juvenile hall. That's a jail, alright? Yes, I love my bathroom potions. Hi, Awa. My parents hated them for some reason. Yes, yes! Just get a rice cooker. Like, literally just get a rice cooker. I love my rice cooker. I love my Zoji Rushi. Oh, you don't have the Zoji Rushi? Like... Oopsies. Wow, you don't have the Zoji Rishi rice cooker? That's so weird.
Use, as well as violent fantasies. With that out of the way, let's get right into it. Now, as I have mentioned previously, Firebat has a habit of pulling Tanya on screen, which has happened many times since March 15th, which is where we ended the timeline on the last video. I will not be covering many of them because it is simply Bat pulling Tanya onto the screen to defend her, which sometimes Tanya does, other times she tells Bat she has to deal with her own mess. But this next part I want to talk about is not one of those instances. So a little context before I get into the clips. On March 19th, 2026, Firebat finds a post from Tanya's ex while Tanya is away at work. Firebat reads the post out loud on live and then later asks Tanya to address the post on live herself. Now, in my opinion, in the post, it sounds like Tanya's ex was abusive and that he was trying to justify his behavior because he was quote-unquote pushed to it by Tanya's actions. Now, at one point, while Bat is reading this, she pauses, looks to the camera, and tells Tanya's ex that she is so sorry he had to go through this. Which I have no words for, honestly. So yeah, let's just get into it.
Yeah, let's watch this.
Ooh, oh my gosh, this is juicy. Okay, I'm gonna have to rename the stream. Okay, I'm gonna have to,
When she did a live cooking for Tanya after she got fired, she told a potion story that also involved Sarah. Why does every story have to involve your ex? I have a really nice Zoji Rishi my friend got me for my birthday one year. Yay! I love that for you. I love Zoji Rishis. They're so fabulous. It takes forever to cook the rice, but it always comes out perfect.
One, I'm surprised that I haven't seen anyone cover this, so I'll cover it. So, this is coming from Tanya's toxic ex. So, we both have dealt with toxic exes, by the way. So, you guys can judge for yourself. Tanya's ex-husband, he puts a parenthesis here. I came across all these drama videos a day or so ago, and I've been working my way through them. I wasn't going to directly insert myself into this whole drama thing, because I moved on with my life. But once I reached this point in this video, where I've been accused of suddenly abusing her, I feel like I have to clear up some misconception and inform you that Tanya isn't as innocent or as much of a victim as you all make her out to be. Okay, so he's agreeing with me. Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, this is when Tanya's ex made a post better. Okay. The ex comment is really disturbing. He just straight up says he violently abused her. Oh my god. Okay, and why is... Okay, is this like post a fight with Tanya? Because there's... Like... This is really bad for Firebat. Okay, let's keep watching.
One, I put ex-husband in quotes because we never actually married, and one recognized common law marriages. The money she got after our relationship ended wasn't due to my divorce settlements, but rather the two of us having fairly high-paying jobs during the last couple of years of the relationship. And with the way the bills were divided between us, and with how frugal she was with money, she was able to save up a pretty big nest egg. Definitely can agree with that. That's one of the things I love about my wife. I did not solely abuse her. We abused each other. I'll elaborate further a little later. If she's been telling people that I was the one and only abuser in the
I think there was a fight before this, and this was also the day Tanya was fired. Yeah, this feels like Firebat being vindictive and slandering her partner online. Like, that's what this is. This is trying to take the abuse into the public sphere and trying to humiliate Tanya publicly. That is what this is.
Relationship. She's lying and permitting revisionist history. The aforementioned trauma, while not her fault, gave her a sense of her to justify weaponizing her trauma and using it as a security blanket to be able to say and do whatever she wanted with no accountability or criticism of any kind. Okay, I can see that. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty on point. Truth is, I wish I could talk to him in person. I've been wanting to talk to him in person for years. Years, that's exception. Since Tanya told me about this person, I've been wanting to talk to him. So seeing him write this out.
As soon as she gets home in tears, oh my god, okay, so this is gonna be crazy.
Sounds like he's going through what I've been going through, which is comforting to know that I'm not the only one that feels like I'm going crazy. Which she would get extremely emotional over, even if it was as gentle as possible. Yep, that's fair. A big reason why our relationship ended is because she resented me for trying to bring structure and stability into her life, which includes accountability when it's appropriate.
Notice how Firebat's first reaction is to say, oh, this is juicy, and I need to change the title of the stream. She is literally giddy that nobody else has covered it, and is very excited to be the first one to do so. Saying that she's wanted to talk to this person for a long time. For what? For what? Like, literally, why do you want to speak to your wife's ex? Seriously. I personally have never wanted to speak to any of my partner's exes, and nobody that I know has ever expressed that they wanted to talk to their partner's exes, but I don't know, maybe I'm just weird and have weird friends. Maybe it's totally normal to be like, oh yeah, your ex? Yeah, I wish I could talk to him, like, and get his side of the story. Anyways, I am trying to clip out any lags because I am doing this from my phone, and sometimes when I am recording, it lags, so I'm trying to cut out the lags, and I am also trying to cut out and trim out where Bat is just yapping as she does. However, other creators have covered it and covered the whole thing, so if you want to find the whole VOD, it's out there. With all of that being addressed now, let's go ahead and get back into Firebat reading the post.
I remember something being mentioned about Firebat talking about Tanya abusing him. While I don't discount any abuse on Firebat's part or any of the allegations about anything Firebat has done in the past, I can absolutely believe that she likely has been continuing abuse of her own in that relationship because I experienced it firsthand. One really shitty thing she would like to do is if something bad happened to her during the day, she would take her anger from it out on me. And when I would tell her not to do that, her favorite response was, well, who else am I supposed to take my anger out on? Oh, she still does that, by the way. I just got to a point where I feel like we're making progress on that. Like it was somehow one of my duties as a boyfriend to be her emotional punching bag. By the way, Sarah used to do stuff like that as well, just so we're loud and clear. Maybe not to the same extent or the same dramaticness as this, but I have dealt with similar issues with Sarah as well. Boy. Another one of my favorite things she would do is accuse me.
That is trying to get anything about the drunken crash outs down by weaponizing Tanya. I believe it.
of having poor communication skills, yet at the same time admit that she has poor listening skills. Like, huh? And what would you get to say someone else sucks at communication when yourself, by your own admission, suck at listening? This is a huge problem in our relationship. I love this. This is awesome. I want to say thank you, the great exposer, for sharing this. This is questions I wish I could have asked you in person, but I wasn't. Long story short, I didn't really feel like getting in your guys' mess. So I really appreciate that. While her traumatic upbringing wasn't her fault, which I agree, her insistence on refusing to do anything about it during our relationship absolutely is. Okay, right there. I'm just going to say this right now. This is something which almost broke our marriage within a year and a half. You listening, Sarah? You listening? I hope Sarah's listening, because this is coming from her ex directly. She wouldn't believe me when I say my wife would be putting me through a lot of abuse. You guys wouldn't listen. You guys would make her out to be the victim, just like you do with Sarah. And this is normal behavior for me, by the way, where I pick women who I think I can invest in and love in and share with, and then this is how they usually treat me. But here's the difference between Sarah.
Where I pick women? Ew. Brother, ooh.
And her. I got her to listen with my patience and kindness and prayer. When you're in a marriage, when you are a committed relationship, you fight tooth and nail for the relationship. See, from what I'm reading, that's what he did. And then she left him.
It never ceases to amaze me the way that she can literally bring anything and everything back to Sarah Faye. Like, let's be so serious right now. This is a post by your current wife's ex-boyfriend, and you somehow managed to make it about your ex-girlfriend. What the fuck? I swear Firebat could do something as simple as lighting a scented candle and be like, I remember that one time I bought a candle with Sarah Faye. It's just so unhealthy. Now, in this next clip, Tanya...
Oh, it always is. It always is about that. Always. Fixing them and investing in them is all about getting them to act and behave in the way that you want them to.
His ex talks about grabbing her by the throat and punching the wall next to her head, and Firebat says, I wouldn't have admitted that if I was you, sir, but you do you. Which I just find a very interesting choice of words, considering Firebat has admitted like so many things just bluntly to the internet that I don't know. It just strikes me as odd that she is like, I wouldn't admit that I choked her, but you will admit that you headbutted her and punched her and that you broke your sister's arm and punched your dad in the face and throw things at people's faces all the time. Oh, okay. The
sticking points that she likely uses to point to me as the abuser were the instances where she pissed me off to the point where I held her against the wall by her throat and punched a hole in the wall. I would have not said that, sir.
I've never done that.
But okay, you do you. In the two occasions where I threatened her with a knife, I absolutely regret those things happened, and I shouldn't have done any of those things to take accountability. Okay, I can respect that. The second knife threat was debatably justified. She absolutely leaving out important context that makes her out to be the initial aggressor. This is true. That's why I ended up punching her in the arm, or when she's in my face, screaming at me, by the way, that I went and bashed her in the face with my head. Again, I regret for what I did. So me and this ex have something in common. Okay.
I've gotten into arguments with my wife before. I've never headbutted her. That's a you problem, honey.
Nice to see that I'm not the only one that struggles with this stuff. This actually comforts me a bit. Ooh. The second knife threat was debatably justified. There's no justifying pulling a knife on someone. She's probably leaving out important context that makes her out to be the initial aggressor. I don't remember what instigated the wall punch thing, but I can tell you that in and around the same time frame, she got so angry during an argument that she actually assaulted me, kicked me. She didn't tell me that. I might have to sit down with her and talk about this. Yeah. So again, she's not innocent when it comes to those kind of things. This is wrong. You should be defending your wife instead of sharing things with the world. I am defending her, but I'm also holding her accountable. This is something my wife and I have.
You're not defending her. You're not holding her accountable. Yeah, it's all about women need to learn their place, right? And you're not holding her accountable. You're fucking humiliating your wife in a public space by blasting her dirty laundry on the internet to your tiny ass audience because she's not home right now for you to abuse.
Agreed on that we hold each other accountable. I have now gone through my side of things, held accountable for my past mistakes, and my wife has already paid the price, and she's no longer ashamed of her past. If anything, she's going to read this or hear this later, and she's going to laugh about it, and then we're going to be able to talk about it on screens. This is not. I'm not saying.
I've never gotten into a situation with a partner where I thought I needed to react by punching at them. Same.
Everything in this thing is okay, and I'm not defending her, but I'm also not agreeing with this. This is something I've been waiting for a long time. This is actually something that'll help you guys understand me a little better, but also understand our dynamic.
Just admitting that you did something is not taking accountability back. Him admitting that he pulled a knife on her is not accountability. And then you go on to be like, yeah, see, she pushed me to it. Every time that I punched her, it was her fault. I punched her because it was her fault. I headbutted her because it was her fault. That is not either one of you taking accountability. Both of you are trying to shift the blame for your actions onto Tanya. And you're both trying to also shift the blame and place it on your mental health issues. I don't know if anybody's told you that, but at the end of the day, no matter what caused your mental health issues or what triggers your mental health issues, they are your issues. It does not justify lashing out.
I think that the guy saying Tanya assaulted him was likely her reacting to abuse or the needling her like Bat does. Yeah, this is something that both Bat and a lot of other abusers are gonna do, where they will push you and push you and push you until you react. So you may not be an abusive person, but if I was an abusive person and I wanted an excuse to abuse you, what I would do, called Darvo, which is where I would just be like, do tiny things that don't seem like abuse until they build up and build up and build up, to really piss you off. I would just genuinely grind your gears, or I would bully you. I would bully you. You know, I would abuse you. And then the second, you know, you lash out, the second you're like, hey, stop that shit, or you finally break down and give them what they're after, and then they lash out at you, and then it's all of a sudden like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're being abusive. Like, you're being shitty. You need to be held accountable. Why would you do that? It's just another abuse guy. Well, I forgot to play.
Out and putting your hands on somebody else. Anyway, the next clip is where Firebat does look to the camera and tell Tanya's ex, I am sorry you had to go through that. Which, again, is just gross behavior. It's just gross behavior. Like, this is your wife's ex, the woman that you have chosen to spend the rest of your life with. And you continuously try to paint her out as the abuser in your relationship and are now using this as proof of that and are sympathizing with what sounds like another abuser. And you guys sound like the most dangerous type of abusers, the sleeper abusers, because you don't really even see it as abusive. You don't see anything wrong with what you're doing, and you constantly are making it the victim's fault, in my opinion.
I agree.
I'm not upset about this. If anything, I'm comforted. Because hearing him say his side of the story when I've been desperate to learn it for years, one, he works nights and I'm usually a sleeper in that time, and two, I really didn't feel comfortable talking to someone after all the things that my wife would say about him. And so hearing him admit this on his own behalf, taking accountability for sure, but also just coming out clean about it, this is comforting because this helps my case in a lot of ways. Okay. Let's see, where was I? I would say that in hindsight, I should have left, but that leads me to the second knife threat. Again, very bad argument we were having, but this time I actually did try to de-escalate by leaving, but she blocked the door. I had to physically move her out of the way. Okay. Sorry, I've dealt with this very same thing. This is the exact same behavior with her.
Shut up.
Oh my gosh. No hitting. I grabbed her and moved her away from the door. Once exited, she fucking followed me all the way to the entry of our apartment complex. I told her several times to get away from me and to leave me alone, even going so far as to scream it so other residents could hear and potentially assist with the situation. Finally, I had enough, took out my pocket knife and told her that this was her last warning to get away from me because at this point, I felt threatened.
Mimic!
I don't agree with him pulling a knife on her. That was not okay. The right thing for him to do would have been to call the police. At that point. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. If you're watching, sir, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That must have sucked. Doing that for that many years.
Now, personally, if this was my wife and their ex came forward and admitted to grabbing her by the throat and pulling a knife on her not once but twice. Yeah, I don't think I would have any pity for that person. I would not care what they said my wife did to quote unquote deserve it or trigger it or however they wanted to word it. No, I would have such feelings of disgust towards them for doing it in the first place, and then any pity that I would be feeling would be for my wife. I would be sorry my wife had to go through that, not the other way around. It's so twisted. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Now, the last part of Firebat reading the post from Tanya's ex that I want to share is her implying at the very end that she is saving this as dirt on Tanya in case Tanya turns out to be like Sarah Faye and then abandoning her.
I'm gonna give it a couple days. Okay, save.
What was it I said the other day? What was it I said the other day about how abusers will constantly compare you to their ex so that you are constantly trying to overperform the expected behaviors in a relationship? You're constantly trying to overperform the expected relationship so that you're not like their crazy ex. Alright? We're gonna find that video again. Hold on, we're finding the video again because I think I have it. We're finding the video again. Hold on. I know I saw this bitch on Instagram. There we go, found it.
Using their exes as tools from the very beginning to train you. You know those sob stories they tell when you first get involved with them about how their exes betrayed them and how everybody from their past fucked them over? Those stories serve more than one purpose. Not only are they sharing it to play the victim, make you feel sorry for them, garner your sympathy, exploit your empathy, but they're also using it to groom you and to set the standard for what you will later be expected to perform against. They start off talking all this about this person and how badly they hurt them and betrayed them, while simultaneously comparing you to this person, but in a positive light. They're putting you on a pedestal, telling you all the things that they appreciate about you that they never got from this person. So they're painting this really ugly picture of this person from their past, and they're painting this beautiful picture of you, and they're planting the seed for you to never want to be like that person from their past who allegedly f***ed them over. You want to protect them from ever being hurt like that again. You feel like it's your responsibility to show them a better love. Now, mind you, these stories are either not true or embellished, or the stories are true, but they reverse the roles and the things they're telling you are actually what they did to their ex. But as the relationship progresses and the devaluation starts, you'll notice that they start comparing you to their ex in a negative light all of a sudden. But it starts off with seeds in the same way. When you start expressing feelings or needs or boundaries that don't align with anything that benefits them, all of a sudden it's, ugh, you sound just like my ex. At the beginning, it was, oh, my ex was so controlling. I'm so glad you're nothing like that. And then later down the line, when you ask a simple question about where they were last night, all of a sudden you're controlling like their ex. And then it's, oh, I don't want to be controlling like the person who f***ed them over, so I better not ask them that anymore. Even if it doesn't really make sense and you don't understand what you did wrong, they've already instilled this negative connotation with their ex in your mind. So you feel like you're doing something wrong and it makes you not want to do that thing again. And as more time passes, more of those seeds get planted and you find yourself comparing yourself to this person who you've never met and constantly trying to compete with this person that you've never met and make sure that you're not like this person from their past that you've never even met. Because at one point at the beginning, They had you on a pedestal. They said you were nothing like them. So if now they're saying you're the same as them, well, you must be doing something wrong, right? When really, this was all part of the plan from the beginning to control you. And after a while, they don't even have to say these things. They don't have to make the comparisons anymore because they've conditioned you to do it to yourself inside your head. Now, every time you need to say something or do something or make a decision, you're all in your head thinking, oh, fuck, is this gonna make me look like their ex or the person from their past who over? And it turns into a thing where you end up spending the whole relationship trying to prove to them that you're not like this person from their past and trying to get back on.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. My wife needed me. We were talking about furniture. Okay. Phone to work. There we go.
Save. I'll refresh.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
So the reason I'm doing this is for a couple reasons.
This blackmail thing she is doing here, she explicitly said this is to prevent Tanya from leaving with the baby. I also completely believe that. Seems like there's a theme with both Bat and the ex, where Tanya needs to manage their emotions and not trigger their PTSD, but she is not allowed to ever react to them. Very common with the
Reasons is this is something I'm trying not to do per se. Because of everything time with Sarah. Sarah's betrayal, her stabbing in the back, going live, about everything, all this stuff. I hate that this is what my brain does now, and I'm having to retrain my brain. Is now I look at my wife with the same lens and go, what if she does that? What if she betrays me? What if she stabs in the back? What if she takes the child and runs away with it? I want to have proof that if my wife ever tries to leave with a baby, not saying this would ever happen, but I want it in my can.
Oh, there it is, yeah. This is, okay.
That if I ever needed to do something like that, I would have that at my disposal. Everyone makes me out to be the villain. And I'm not saying this because I want everyone to look at my wife as a villain, because she's not. She's not a villain. She's precious, she's beautiful, she's amazing. I'm excited. You should have saw me yesterday when I was looking at her and the baby while they're doing the ultrasound and all that. It's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Life happens.
I mean, my wife is just so wonderful and perfect, and, you know, everything is just great, and I'm not saying she would do anything like this, or that she is like Sarah Faye, but, you know, life happens. So I just want to be prepared. And what's more baffling is she gets on live and says this with her whole chest, like this is normal. Like, it's normal to be paranoid about your spot.
This is why the buddy trolls around her scare me, because they feed into her paranoia. Yeah, completely. 100%. Oh, I'm gonna be right back again. I'm so sorry, but I have to pee so bad. Okay, sorry about that. So, okay, yeah, that's why the buddy trolls around her scare me, because it feeded her paranoia. True.
House to the point where you're literally starting a fucking Google Doc detailing everything that they've ever done to you. No, sweetie, that's not normal, and it's not healthy, and if you feel the need to do so, it's definitely not healthy. Anyhow, shortly after this, Tanya returns home from work unexpectedly and reveals that she was fired, which really sucks because we all know Firebat cannot hold a job. She admits that she can't hold a job, and then even when she does have a job, she works so rarely. It's strange to see. Like, I have been watching this person for the past 3 months, and I could probably count on one hand the amount of times that I've seen her actually go to work. In fact, I've seen her call off of work more than actually show up for work. And then, like, last week, Tanya had an interview, and the interview went well, but she did not know if she had the job yet or not, and Firebat's like, great, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks notice. Like, girl, your wife is about to give birth, like, literally, like, in a month. Like,
why would you put in your 2 weeks notice? Your wife is pregnant, but also, like, y'all are broke. Like, what the hell?
like, in a month, and you want her to find a job. And as soon as she has an interview, you're like, well, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks notice because I don't like that they fired you. When literally, like, a week or two before this, you had to have your friend save your ass so that you could pay rent. You sold him a bunch of bullshit collectibles for, like, several times more than what they were actually worth. And then, before you had any financial security yet again, was like, I'm gonna buy a sonic screwdriver! Yay! What is the point of selling your toys if you're so, like, strapped for cash that you have to sell your toys in order to make rent to just then turn around and within a few days buy more fucking toys? And yes,
Chris Chan levels of financial responsibility.
so we will be getting into that, but first I want to get into Tanya responding on live to her ex's post.
Bat also thinks she's going to get paid paternity leave for work because she misunderstands the law in Washington.
I did.
Is she just assuming giving birth is no big deal and Tanya will just go back to work the next day? I guarantee you that's up.
Talked a little bit about her ex. I know, I'm just showing them. This is the message I said I was going to put aside. And she's reading it right now. And I told her if she feels like addressing anything, she can. So I'm not doing an interview per se, but I'm going to give her the opportunity if she needs to address anything, she can. Likely, she's not going to.
I'm not even here.
Okay, I'll say it this way then. I'm really proud of my wife. And one, I'm glad that her ex brought this up. One, to kind of show that...
This is abuse, by the way.
Not just that she's not sunshine and rainbows and I'm just a terrible human being, but also show just how ugly our relationship is. But also show how resilient our relationship is. And I'm really proud of her.
So,
You're supposed to put the entire time, in my opinion.
capital letters, curse words does not equate to composure.
I mean...
No. I'm done.
Okay. You don't have to read the rest of that. If you ever want to read the rest, let me know and you'll have access. Okay. That's not why I'm doing this. Just really quick.
The only thing I really want to address other than the alleged accusations of alimony.
Oh, of course, you can't call out during your first week.
What? We had our own paychecks. Anyway, I left him because he wouldn't take responsibility for his role in the relationship. He expected me to clean up my act, and he just could live his life however he wanted. I even made a Twitter post about it with the... Oh my gosh, I'm just too me. But I wrote, my girlfriend...
What does your neighbor shooting themselves in the hand have to do with you? Like, why would you call off work for that?
acting crazy, and she won't tell me why. And I, this is an imaginary conversation, of course. I reply with, "You won't take responsibility for your role in this relationship." And I posted a meme at the bottom that says, "I guess we'll never know."
That's kind of funny.
He wants to talk about accountability.
Well,
Clearly, I've never read the dictionary definition of it.
that's something you and your ex and my toxic ex have in common.
It's just so weird to me to ask your wife to address a post from her ex on live. Anyway.
I have a feeling that Firebat has never been seriously traumatized in her life.
Now I want to move backward in the timeline a little bit to something from the 15th, which I did leave out of the first video. I left it out of the first video because by the time I got to that point in the first video, I had already seen what I just showed you now. And honestly, I wanted to start out with what I thought was the tamer instance of Firebat pulling Tanya on screen. So if you remember in my first video, on March 15th, 2026, Firebat's ex, Sarah Faye, did an interview with Goddammit Malcolm, to which Firebat started to respond while Malcolm was still alive. And I showed you many of the highlights from that response. However, what I didn't show you was where Firebat pulls Tanya on the screen and asks her, "Am I abusive?" And in this clip, you can see Tanya pull away from Firebat, back up and sit down on the bed across from her. She's hesitant to answer the question. And I have my own theories on too as why, but I'll play the clip first.
With that regards, I need you.
Yeah. Hey, as a reminder, you can support the stream through blurbs by playing sounds in the stream completely for free. Yeah, because she's a narcissist.
Hey, she completed a puzzle! So in the Forgiven You Can't Forget, we're supposed to find the dots, connect the dots, and correct the dots. Meaning I have to correct the memories and make amends. So, I need you here.
Why would you do this publicly? It's so fucking weird. Like, I'm so uncomfortable watching Firebat stuff. Okay.
I just stand. If you can.
I can always stand. I got over here doing that.
Tanya, did I punch you in the arm after a PTSD response? This is time for us to be honest. We're real.
I would like to point out that that's not accountability. That is an excuse. It's not, did I punch you in the arm? It's, did I punch you in the arm after a PTSD response? No accountability.
What you have to do is right. Okay. Am I an abuser?
Yes.
It's okay. We're in a safe place.
Are we though?
Yes. I need to trust me. This needs to happen.
There's so much. I want to look at Tanya's face here. We're in a safe place. Are we though? Because you're broadcasting online. Tanya very clearly. I wonder if she wonders why no one else sees that. Of course she does, because she's a narcissist. Man, I haven't gotten any of the freeze-dried fruit in here.
You can be abusive.
I can be abusive. And what happens when I mess up?
I would say you make a hobby of
No.
that.
You do make a hobby.
Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone messes up. You fully aware, married me despite knowing what I did to her all those years.
Yeah, Tanya does not like being filmed, and yet Firebat keeps dragging Tanya on the stream.
You have chosen to be with me.
My wife does not like being filmed. Y'all have seen my wife one time when she walked in of her own accord. And usually I will just turn off the camera so I can and the microphone so I can talk to her because she doesn't want to be on here. Sorry, she doesn't really want to interact with y'all. That's her choice, and I respect that.
Despite the fact that I've told you, you don't want to be with me because I know that when someone triggers my PTSD, I cannot control my outcomes. Yesterday was the first time that we had a fight on camera, or say off camera, that I was able to control that. How? I still do not know how. I think part of it is because I just sat there and didn't let my emotions show for once. Maybe. Or maybe I was stressed with that whole situation that distracted me enough that it doesn't matter.
I need my emotional support video really quickly.
We love Salvation.
Shout out Whole Foods. Always loved that place. Always loved Whole Foods from the time I was like a kid. It always gave me such a warm feeling inside.
Whole Foods
I
didn't
knew
exist
that I
when
would
we were
meet
kids.
my soulmate at Whole Foods.
Food brings people together.
I knew I would meet my soulmate at Whole Foods. Okay, that's very centering. Okay. You can see Tanya carefully considering her response. She knows what will happen if she doesn't get the right answer. Yeah, completely.
Tanya, I want to say that I'm sorry for causing you harm. That wasn't okay of me.
I just apologized like 20 million times when it happened.
Well, they're not convinced, and therefore I need to be honest on camera.
Who gives a shit what we think, Firebat? You just turn off the camera and live your life. But Firebat won't do that because Firebat wants attention. Firebat wants to be a streamer so that she doesn't have to work. Also, Firebat is a hunchback.
What I did to you was not okay.
She pulls away. She obviously doesn't want to answer the question, and then Firebat tells her it's a safe space. And Tanya asks, "Is it really?" And then again, we see Firebat blame it on her PTSD. Still not really understanding what
Yeah, 100%.
accountability is. Still trying to frame it as Tanya's fault for triggering her PTSD. And at the end of the day, I've said it before, I'll say it again, your emotions, your mental health, your reactions are your responsibility. If you feel yourself getting upset or getting triggered, it is up to you to convey that to the person you...
I'm so happy. No, your back is hurting because you sit like this. You sit like an old crone in a Disney movie. I agree. Oh, I'm so happy that Firebat doesn't know who I am. If Firebat realized who I was, and started like talking about me, I might full on just like stop covering her. No, I don't want that smoke. I don't want to interact with Firebat. I'm not as strong as Bemyos.
you are in the conflict with, and tell them, hey, I am starting to get triggered. I need to leave. I need to whatever it is that helps you cope. You need to let them know that you need to step aside and go do that.
I'm shocked she hasn't showed up yet. I'm a 6 viewer Andy, and I'm fine with being a 6 viewer Andy. I'm just chill. I'm just hanging out. We're having fun in here, you know? It's all about the vibes. She's upset because I called her a fake Doctor Who fan. That's my headcanon. I'm gonna say something so brave and true, which is that Firebat does not have the self-control or the self-discipline to be self-employed. And that's fine. Listen, I'm gonna be so real. I don't have the self-control or self-discipline to be self-employed. Alright? I just straight up don't. Which is why I work a corporate job, and that's fine.
It is not the responsibility.
I need structure to thrive. Like, in the workspace, I need rigid structure. I would have done very well in the military or the police if I decided to go that route. I didn't, because fuck them. But, you know, when I have clearly defined rules and procedures for everything that I'm going to be doing that day, I do fantastically. I thrive. It's why I work so well in a corporate environment.
Of your partner to manage your emotions and or your emotional responses.
It's because I'm turbo autistic.
You are an adult. You are in charge of your own body, your own mind, and your own actions. And I'm not saying that you can't have things that trigger you. As someone who deals with those myself, you know what I do? I express to the other party, hey, I need a minute. And yes, granted, it is for a different reason. It's to prevent me from, like, screaming at them.
Sorry, I was
not
DMing
to
my
prevent
wife
myself
pictures of
from
horses.
hitting them.
Listen, Falgi is sending dick pics and gooning while streaming. I am DMing my wife pictures of horses. Alright? We are not the same.
Because that's not the urge I struggle with. The urge I struggle with is screaming at the top of my lungs. But the point remains valid. It is up to me to let the people around me know, hey, I am upset. I am triggered. I am overstimulated.
Would y'all... Okay, here's a question for the six of y'all. Would y'all watch if I did gaming streams? Like, just, like, specifically gaming streams? Like, playing Assassin's Creed, or playing Cyberpunk, or maybe even playing Bing Bong Explosion, like Dark Cloud? I don't know.
I am whatever it is. It is up to me to tell them. It is not up to them to read my mind and read my body language and just inherently know. And next, I'm going to show you Firebat asking Tanya how she is about respecting Tanya's boundaries. And I want you to pay attention to the way that Tanya actually responds, because I think Firebat did...
I don't know why a fucking, like, 2K subscriber Andy, like, Falgi even cares about Discord politics. Like, who gives a shit?
Hear her. I think Firebat heard...
As much love as I have in my heart for Malcolm, if Malcolm came out tomorrow and was just like, fuck Seska, I'd be like, okay, that sucks. And then I would move on.
What she wanted to hear.
The point of sharing this is that I do respect boundaries. Now, am I to do this all the time? No, I struggle with boundaries. It's something I've struggled with my entire life. And I'll take accountability for that. Tanya, how am I doing with respecting boundaries?
It's hit or miss.
It's hit or miss.
Not a great sign.
Would you say maybe it's about in the 70% I'm starting to respect boundaries, and like that last 10% is just something that comes and goes? Maybe.
It's really hard for me to say.
Oh, that's fine.
It kind of depends on your mood, honestly.
Depends on my mood. So if I'm in a good mood, normal me, how am I respecting boundaries?
You're in a good mood?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Ha! So when I'm in a good...
I haven't been keeping up with the Falgi drama. Like, I found out Falgi sucks and I moved on, you know? 'Cause I just don't care about that kind of shit. Like, unless something really funny comes out, like the stuff about Falgi gooning in a call was very funny. That shapes the question for the answer she wants. Yeah.
Good mood. I am terrible at following
No gooning.
boundaries and all that. How am I?
I don't goon. I'm allergic to gooning. I have never once gooned. That's a lie. I am, if anyone follows me on Blue Sky, you will know that I'm a deviant, but, that's my choice. Yeah, jorked it right there in the stream. That's so
I
crazy.
am not a good mood.
It's so fucking crazy that Falgi did that.
I isolate.
Talk about. Anyway.
I isolate. This is something I tried to do multiple times in my relationship with her as well.
Hands up.
When me and her were not getting along and things were going on with us, between me and the girl that I dated 10 years ago, I would tell her, hey, we need to break up. I would try to break up with her time and time and time again. And not because I didn't just feel guilty for what happened, but also I felt like she deserved to be with someone else.
Firebat is very obviously trying to lead Tanya in this conversation to get her to say what she wants her to say. She also just really ignores what Tanya just said. Tanya said it's a hit or a miss, and then says, when you are in a good mood, you do not respect my boundaries at all, and then when you're in a bad mood, you just isolate, so there's nothing to address at all. So
that is... like, just being outed as a rat fuck in such a tight-knit community is very funny. And I never will. And I never will. I will never, ever get outed as being a rat fuck. And do you want to know why? Because I say the same things in Discord DMs that I say here. Because I don't really have a very good filter. I'm not good at keeping secrets. I'm very bad at poker. You know, I can't play things close to the chest. If I say something to somebody in a DM, I will say it on stream because I don't think that anything that I talk about with anybody has anything really bad. The only things that I'm really good at, like, keeping secrets, like, I know personally identifiable information for some people in this space. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna do that because I'm not an asshole. You know, that's someone else's business.
What I gather.
But when it comes to, like, my views and the way I feel about people, it is something that I will put straight up out there. You know, I don't like doing this whole gay, like, behind the scenes two-faced shit. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Firebat doesn't respect Tanya's boundaries really at all. Because, like Tanya said, if she's in a good mood, she doesn't respect them at all, and then if she's in a bad mood, she's nowhere to be found. And if she's nowhere to be found, then obviously she's not intruding on Tanya's boundaries at all. And then, in classic Firebat fashion, she brings it back to Seraphe. A fucking again. I cannot imagine being
incapable of shutting up about Seraphe.
Married to somebody who is constantly bringing everything back to their ex and constantly comparing our relationship to their relationship with their ex. It's truly diabolical behavior, really. And while I don't have the clip of it here handy ready to show you right now, so you will just have to take my word on this one or don't, up to you, but Firebat at one point says, it's okay for me to talk about my ex all the time because Tanya talks about her abusive dad all the time. Like, no, those two things are nowhere near remotely the same. Now, I'm sorry for jumping all over the timeline here, but I am going to go back to March 19th, which is where Tanya's ex entered the picture. And while I'm not going to show proof of a lot of what I'm about to talk about because I am just trying to save time, just know you can find it. If you really don't believe me and you want to go look, you'll find it. So on March 19th, after Tanya loses her job, Firebat reaches out to her friend Phaeton and offers to sell him some of her toys in exchange for rent money, essentially. Phaeton is a good friend to Firebat. They have been friends since high school, so he agrees and he starts the drive to come and see her. From what I gather, they do not live in the same town, city, whatever. It takes him some time to drive from his place to her place. And that part specifically is the part that I'm talking about that I'm not going to show. I don't really feel it's necessary to show Firebat handing off a bag of toys to her friend in exchange for rent money. But the part I do want to talk about is while they are waiting for Phaeton to arrive, Firebat tries to tell Tanya she needs to get dressed because Phaeton is coming over. Mind you, Tanya is in her own home wearing like a house robe. I'm sure she probably had something on underneath that. It's not my business. I honestly don't care. She was covered. It wasn't like she was walking around stark naked. And again, it is her own home. She has the right to be comfortable. And if you want your wife to change because your friend is coming over, There's a problem there. Either you do not trust your wife or you do not trust your friend, but either way, you're having some trust issues. And Firebat does this all while she is on live wearing a bra. She tries to argue that it's a bralette, so it's different, but girl, no, it's not.
Let's see what he says. You might want to get dressed.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'm street legal.
I know.
I don't really care. You don't walk around in a bra and freaking.
It's not a bra. It's a bralette. They are different.
What's that first part of that word? That's what I thought. Don't.
For the record, bralettes. Yeah, bralettes are just bras without underwire. Okay? That's all that is. It's one step below. It's one step in between a sports bra and a tank top. Now, listen. I be going out to the store. Oh, I know she does. I be going out to the store in a sports bra and yoga pants all the time. All right? Like, if I'm at the gym, if I'm, like, going for a run, if it's really hot out, I'm 100% rocking a sports bra or even just, like, a swimsuit top and, like, some shorts. Like, bam, I'm into it, all right? Or my Pop Flex skirt, you know, like I did cop the look from Taylor Swift. But, like, the difference is that I'm hot and Firebat is not hot. So Firebat should be head to toe covered. Like, get that bitch in an abaya immediately.
You're not the first person to try that.
And I would respect the buddy trolls a lot more if they would try and convince Firebat to do funnier things, like convert to Islam. That would be very funny.
Okay, if you were to go outside with a bra on right now, people looking go, what the fuck?
Are there any buddy trolls of Firebats in here? If so, please convince Firebat to convert to Islam. I'm kidding.
Get back in your apartment and put a shirt on. If you're wearing a bra, let you go out in public. Most people just go, oh.
It's the same amount of coverage. Don't care.
I disagree.
Do you want to protect me so badly? Or meet him in the hallway or something.
Okay.
Jeez.
I mean,
What do you expect him to do? Take his clothes off?
No, I just.
Then don't worry about it.
Kids these days can't buddy troll properly. That's so true, Ala. Okay, so I think that we should be putting Firebat in a giant pickle costume. Where's the... I think we need to be doing this. Christian and the Pickle Man.
Got it. It's a robe.
Okay.
It's a robe, not
Okay.
Stop interrupting me. It's a robe, not a freaking string bikini.
Liquid Chris was peak trolling. That was peak. But y'all don't even know. Trolling back in the day was goated. There was a time when people on 4chan would just like pick a random GameStop and then just all call that GameStop. Like hundreds of people just calling and being like, "Do you have Battletoads for the PlayStation 2?" Like,
woman, I said okay. You don't need to explain
You
yourself.
don't need to interrupt me.
God,
That's what you can do.
you can stop being annoying and just hear me say okay and then stop there.
You can stop interrupting me.
It is the biggest problem we deal with.
I know.
Is that I literally just say okay
In the middle of
and
my
that's
sentence.
all you had to leave it at.
I'm not going to stop talking just because you wish I would stop, okay? I'm going to finish my sentence and you're going to be okay with that. That's how communication works. If you don't want someone to talk to you, you should have married a mute.
where is your chin?
Tried that once. Didn't
a
work
real
out.
mute.
I mean, she basically was.
A real mute. Someone who literally can't speak at all. Disability and everything. Not just someone who talks less than me. Jeez.
Less, more like. Never mind.
Tanya has a point there. You can't just interrupt her mid-sentence with an okay and expect the conversation to just be over just because you said okay after, like, literally interrupting her. It's not that hard to just let her finish her sentence and then be like, okay, babe. Anyway, another part of this live that I wanted to talk about is where she, once again, is hinting at keeping dirt on Tanya.
It leaves you in this weird place of suddenly wondering who else in your world is not telling you the complete story. Even the slightest skepticism like this can quickly turn into full-blown suspicions that leak into all of our relationships, including our relationship with God. Yeah, that's a mood. I think I told you guys already multiple times, but after everything that Sarah had did, you know, not just had did to me, I actually looked at my wife and started...
Shut the fuck up about Sarah Faye.
thinking that if she's next, I literally had to admit to my wife, I'm like, I'm so sorry I've been treating you like you're Sarah, because she's not Sarah. She's nothing like Sarah. Anywhere.
Delusional narcissist.
Oh, that's so amazing. One of the stores where I live got targeted and manager crashed out super hard over every call. That's so fun.
Yeah, a ton? I think that you're selling yourself a little short there, hon. There's not just a ton.
Also, since Firebat is...
Time for Teletubbies. Tinky Winky. Tinky Winky. Dipsy. La La. La La. Hope. Teletubbies. Teletubbies. Say hello.
There's a freaking megaton. If there was loyalty between Sarah and you were to put them in symbols, you are like the size of Europe and Asia combined. Well, she's like the size of like just a small town of Seattle.
Small town of Seattle.
Yeah, before it became a giant city.
Several million people qualify as a small town.
I'm talking about before it became a large town.
Bruh. Just say Centralia or something.
No. No. Because she used to be the size of Seattle.
Small town of New York City.
And she threw it all away. Well, like, I still remember, like, I looked at my wife and, like, I started feeling like I need to record every bad thing happened between us. I felt like I needed to collect evidence.
Oh, I saw that clip. The why didn't people think of me the rapist when talking about the rape? Yeah, I saw that clip, and it was just like... Pretty much,
I will let Gemma know that she is a fat cunt.
To get my wife, because I'm like, what if one day she tries to take the gift away from me? What if she one day turns on me and makes me, out to be like Sarah has, this big, giant, cruel, human being who's done alleged things. And so...
You admitted to it! Like... This fat idiot.
So I had to really think about that. And then while I'm doing this to my own wife, I realized, holy crap, I'm treating her like Sarah, and she's not Sarah. And so here we are. So I definitely can understand what this person's going through.
I said it before, I'll say it again. This is very unhealthy if you feel like you need to do this to your partner. Anyway, we are going to move forward in the timeline to March 21st, 2026. And surprisingly, Firebat went and worked a full day at her job. I know, right? Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's coming. Like, I guarantee you that within the year, Tanya's gonna leave Firebat.
Easy. The stars aligned that day. Anyway, when she gets home, she asks Tanya to prepare her dinner while she takes her shower. And for whatever reason, Tanya does not do this. So when Firebat gets out of her shower, she grabs her food, storms down to the common rooms, fires up a live stream titled Venting About My Wife, in which she bitches and complains about how she worked all day and her wife didn't make her dinner. Like, girl, you worked one day in the past, 3 weeks. Calm down. I am exaggerating a little bit there. I don't really follow Firebat's work schedule.
No, my wife didn't prepare the ramen bucket. My wife didn't prepare the ramen bucket.
To a tea like that. I just know it was a while.
You know what's really funny and messed up right now? Was if my wife was watching me while I'm doing this live stream. This is messed up that I even think of this. One of these days, I want to be live streaming. This is something I'm terrified of. I'm not excited about this whatsoever. One of these days I'm going to be live streaming, she's going to pull this shit on camera, and everyone's going to see who she really is. Like, honestly...
Delusional narcissist.
Yeah, she's literally just like...
I did not! Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled!
I'm going to keep that thought to myself.
No, you won't.
Probably not. She's probably on the bed crying about how much of a terrible partner I am because how dare I have fatigue? How dare I be tired? How dare I want it to be quiet after dealing with a very talkative and noisy partner and his loud music all day? You know what? I might just stay down here until my wife comes over and apologize.
I would love, more than anything on earth, to interview one of Bat's neighbors. Please, where's Ash? Where's Ash? Where's Lily Trevino's friend that lives in the same building? Ash, I need to commune with you and find out what it's like being this person's fucking neighbor.
For how she treated me in the apartment. Let her come to me for once. I'm tired. God, I'm so tired of going to people and apologizing. I am so sick and tired of being
Then stop doing shit you need to apologize for.
the one that has to go in. Because this is what's going to happen. I want to go into that freaking apartment. I want to say, I'm sorry. It was about 12 foot long. It's one of the metal ones you can pull out of the back of a truck and then move it into place. And it takes two people to move the thing because it's how heavy it is. What was the argument about? Let's see. Go to the video before this one. You literally see everything's fine. She literally is coming up to the car, and I see her in the mirror. And I go, oh, I knew it, because I literally called out that she was going to come out to the car to say hi. And apparently that bothered her because it scared her. I'm like, you didn't say anything when we're out there. For once in my life, I'm going to stay here until she comes down and apologizes. I don't want to go home when she's acting like this. Because if I go home, I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
I also would.
I am so fucking tired, guys. I would pray for you. Pray for my wife. She needs it more than I do.
Oh, I'm just a small little goblin. No, please don't swing your sword. I would die to just one attack.
So this is not a normal occurrence. So do you remember that letter I read out loud?
This bitch is illiterate.
Go ahead and watch that video if you haven't already. So she's not like how she used to be, where she used to get so freaking out of line that she went crazy when dumped in the back of my car. No, she just yells, interrupts, screams.
Delusional
I patiently tell her, hey, I'm going to go and down the hall, and the others just go down the hall. I hope this is not going to be one of those times where my wife is like being super stubborn and thinks she's somehow on the right. I hate when she's like that. It's even worse. I think one of the things I just can't stand is when a woman is in the wrong, or a man for that matter, and they know they're in the wrong, and they still treat me like crap. Milk good. Did you know you're not supposed to microwave SpaghettiOs in the can, so that why you're eating them cold? Yeah, well, no, I eat them cold because I like them cold.
Wow, that is delicious. Finally,
I'm
some
weird.
good fucking food.
I like my SpaghettiOs and like raviolis cold.
Oh yeah, this bitch is functionally illiterate.
Plus, I'm just really tired. I don't really want to sit and wait for the microwave to cook. My wife is supposed to prepare this for me, since she's been home all day.
So not only does she admit
Hang
that
on.
she fantasizes.
Hang on, breaking news.
And breaking news, scientists have just discovered that you can mind your own fucking business.
That's not the sound I wanted to do. That's not the sound I wanted to do. But breaking news. Breaking news. It looks like we might be getting some new Lorelai Bailey drama hitting my DMs right now. Let me see if I can find a better breaking news sound. Breaking news. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so Poppy, holy shit, blast from the past, is crashing out at a friend of mine. Hold on. Let's go to my chat really quickly here. Okay. So let's see here. So Poppy is currently crashing out on a friend of mine. Lately, she's been like super obsessed with block lists. Hold on. And a bunch of people are crashing out at my friend over Lorelai Bailey right now. I'm The producers are bringing me information as I speak. Okay, so my friend Cass is messaging saying, okay, so basically Cass was talking about how Lorelai Bailey is a rapist, and then like Gothic.WTF, Nerd Skull, Jane Ball, and Poppy are all crashing out at her. Hold on, we're getting... Hold on. Okay, because the news is coming in as I type, as I speak. Hello? Hello, important news, breaking news. Hold on, where is it? Here we go. Okay, ready? Okay. Here we go. I need to get like a full stinger for that. Like, I think I need a stinger that just like does the whole...
We now return to the Miss Universe.
No, we're not going to be watching
action brought to you by
SNL clips. We're not doing that. Okay. Jane was a part of Mean Girls and got kicked out over Lorelai Bailey. This is a drama mine. Okay, yes, but tell me some of the drama, friend. Oh, she's typing a lot. She's typing a lot, guys. She's typing. Come on, friend. Come on, type faster, faster. I need to know. We're getting Poppy. We're getting surprise Poppy and Lorelai Bailey drama. So this is gonna be very interesting. I'm very excited right now.
Oh my god!
Currently, Nerd Skull Block. Okay, this is nothing. I will cover this later. Okay, back to Firebat. No, come back.
I like my SpaghettiOs and like raviolis cold. Plus, I'm just really tired. I don't really want to sit and wait for the microwave to cook. My wife is supposed to prepare this for me. So she's been home all day.
My wife was home all day and she didn't microwave me my SpaghettiOs. She didn't microwave my SpaghettiOs.
So not only does she admit that she fantasizes that one day Tanya will be caught on live, but she also tries to redirect people to her video where she is reading out Tanya's ex's post. She really does not like the narrative that she is the abuser and is trying everything she can think of to get us to think that it's quote-unquote mutually abusive or that Tanya is the primary aggressor. And I personally do not like the term mutual abuse. As someone who has been in those situations and in those relationships in the past, I am no expert by any means. I don't have a license or a degree, but I am very well versed in what abuse looks like and what reactive abuse looks like. And yes, there is a difference. And no, it does not make it mutual. In a nutshell, reactive abuse is the response of a victim who has endured prolonged emotional, verbal, physical, or any other kind of abuse from the abuser. It can begin to react in ways that seem abusive, often mimicking the same abuse that they are enduring. They can even be the ones to initiate the fight, but it comes from extreme stress and manipulation by the abuser, and the walking on eggshells feeling can cause them to crack, and they expect a certain reaction out of their partner, so they run with it and try to get ahead of it, if that makes sense. Like, let's say hypothetically, your abusive partner can't find the remote, and you know from past experiences that they're going to somehow turn this around to be your fault. So you, in turn, instigate a fight to try to gain the upper hand in the argument that you know is coming. And again, I am no expert. I am not saying that that is what this is. I'm just saying I do not like the term mutual abuse. I don't like it at all. Next thing that the timeline brings us to is the second journal, which happens on March 22nd of 2026. Now, I'm just going to say I do not believe in this quote-unquote second journal. I also do not think that it proves anything, even if she did have this journal entry. I don't think it proves anything. And then once again, she doesn't really show it on screen. She kind of flashes it very quickly on the front camera, so it's all mirrored and flipped, and then she destroys the journal at the end. The reason why I do not believe that the second journal is real, quote unquote real, I mean, obviously it's a real book that they're holding, obviously, but I don't believe the journal entry for a variety of reasons. I do think it was another one of her master manipulations and her traps, as she likes to say. She saw how people reacted to the first one, and that it is widely not believed that the first one was hers or that it had anything in it and whatever. I think that really bothered her that nobody believed her. So she listened to the criticisms that people had about it, such as it looked too new and the handwriting didn't match and other things like that. And I think she went out of her way to try to make sure that those quote-unquote critiques were met with the second journal. And I believe that because she really tries to oversell it. She's like, you can see the damage on this journal, you know it's been used, and the entry is right smack dab in the middle, and yada yada yada, and it just proves my innocence, guys. But I will show you the clips and let you guys decide.
That guy's an idiot.
And so, those of you who don't know, after me and Sarah came back into my life as my friend, I remember her telling me, and I've talked about it multiple times, I just didn't place it right until today. So I'm going through this book because this has all my numbers that I've saved throughout the years, as well as all my journalings. For important people, and numbers and all that, because I have to give them a number, and they didn't know it, and I don't have all their numbers, so I had to find it, and that's not the point. So 6 months, 7 days, 2021, and it's now what, 26, so that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 5 years ago. As of 5/19/21, Sarah Mize and all the others have re-entered my life. On the 26th, I went to visit her a second time and spent 2 days in Forks, Washington at Sarah's. At her mom's in Sarah's room, she and I have made verbal and text agreement that I did not rape her, which was a relief and good because it was nice to hear her say she was in the wrong. I wouldn't just made that up. I'm now going to write in this journal my only confession of what I intend to do with my life in association with Sarah. And then see here, there's something else. 2021, told Sarah I'd move on. Made a symbol, crossed it out. I, Victor Hannah, swear to wear my black silver ring on my right hand as a symbol to never abandon her again, but to be her best friend and to wait for her to...
Again with the ring. You take the night, I'm taking your night, bud. Okay.
Return to me, even if she never returns. I will date no other woman. I'll refrain from certain things. I will not hash out say it. And reserve myself for Sarah and no other. This is a selfless act. I always have and always will love her. This I swear on both my mother's death. Both my mother's deaths. 6/7/2021. FB,
6-7.
the promise is of oath, or of oath. The promise of oath is what it was called on Facebook when I wrote this. And what I ended up breaking that part of the promise because Seraphe ended up, giving me words of advice, saw how Tanya made me happy, and told me to date her. So, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I believe so strongly that I never did what I did. I admit it on camera, and I've talked about this multiple times now, because I was being pressured to by Femioid, by Purple Perry, by the Trough, even by Malcolm. And at one point, I finally wrote just to get these people to shut up. And I was like, fine, I did it. You guys want me into it? I'm into it. And guess what? Nothing came of it. And so I'm gonna let you guys receive it for yourself. Show you the date before, 5/13/2021. Next entry is 6/7/2020. So a month apart from this situation. I continue. I have forgiven myself for all my wrongs. I have been forgiven for all the wrongs I have done to others, but yet I feel like I need to be punished or left in the dark. I feel unworthy of love or joy. I hate me so much of the time because I keep messing up. I have lowered the axe and put it aside.
Yeah, I'm so convinced. Oh, that was very stupid. Wait, that was a blunder. Oh. Oh, my friend. Let me show you how to properly... They should have long castled. Okay.
And it comes to Sarah, but not for myself. I want to be happy and free, but I can't have her not right now. All I want is her hug, kind words, her scent, and kindness. I long to feel whole. She is my soulmate. Anyway, she's even apologized in the relationship of the past. I'll let it go and choose today to forgive myself of all I've done wrong and will move on with my life as her friend. So this is during the time where I'm single. I hadn't met Tanya yet. This was at least a year or so, give or take, before I could even meet Sarah, give or take. Well, 2021, 2022, about 2 years. And so at this point in my life, I wasn't really dating anyone. I was mostly being okay with staying single, being best friends with Seraphe, or friends with Seraphe, and was being supportive of her in a relationship. And then within a year, so Sarah doesn't remember. I do. I remember this whole conversation. I still remember it was.
What is Hinderbat, my friend?
Late in the day, over in Arkansas, I was sitting on a chair inside this large room, wood table. It would be Airbnb. It was hot enough that you could literally feel the dryness in the air. And I remember at night, there would be fireflies. People that can run around. Or 3 people were there while I was processing this. And so if you guys don't believe me, go ahead and reach out to them. And if they do remember, they will remember that I'm working through this. And so this journal is also going to be burnt because I have no longer a need for a reminder. And I've already found all the numbers I need to find from this. Everything else, let's see, last journal entry in this journal was 11/30/2025, Southside Church, 10 a.m. So I have been working on the journal throughout the years. I put basically only the most important memories into this. And the fact that even then, Seraphe literally told me, I forgive you. Literally wrote it down in this journal. Unlike her, I actually keep a record of everything that I ever do or have done. And I do this to hold myself accountable. And the fact that she just makes things up, and the fact I just exposed that lie, and she has nothing to say about that. She'll say it's not true, but it is true. And you know what? This is all the proof I ever need. Let me reread that entry again. If I can find it again. Oh, can't find it again. I'm gonna have to look for it. Because I was just going through here casually, just going over past memories. My very first journal entry was May 15th, 2020, Sunday, 5:40 p.m.
Did you notice how she said, I'm gonna reread that entry? Oh, well, I can't find it. Could that possibly be because you were making it up on the fly off the top of your head? And you're live, so you can't, go back and watch to see what you just said to refresh your memory? I don't know, that's just my opinion. I think it was all off of the top of the dome so that she could try to make herself look some sort of way as to make her look innocent, but I don't think that even what she said makes her look innocent. It just says, Seraphe forgave me. It does not prove that you did not commit the sexual assault that you have been accused of. Also that I document everything in my life, and then I've written in this one journal from the year 2020 to the year 2025 is insane. No, that's actually embarrassing to try to say, oh yeah, I document everything. I write everything down. I'm a journaler. I journal. And you have one journal.
It's fine.
That lasted you. I'm sorry. I can't take it serious. Anyway, let's move on to her trying to burn the journal. And you will notice I just said trying.
And so apparently people don't believe me that I burned my journals either. So I'll get proof for that too, just to satisfy the snarks. Snarks just love to call me a liar. And so physically showing you guys the journal entries, so you guys can pause the video and read it for yourselves in my handwriting. Because I already had someone accuse me of like, oh yeah, that's not Firebat's handwriting. Like, yeah, it is. 100%. 100%. Nope, we're not playing games. So, let's see, right about here, I think it's a good spot for the camera. And so, Seraphim, I have tried for years to forgive myself for what happened 10 years ago. And I've also tried my best to be a good friend to you, and to your sister, and to your mom, and even to your toxic ex, the other toxic ex, I should say. And, you know, I try my best to be there for you. But as I keep saying and telling people,
I should have gone right there.
I'm changing so much. I'm tired of living in your past because you're incapable of accepting the truth. And the truth is I never reach you.
It's paper. How are you failing to light paper on fire?
I never did. And I'm not delusional either. For some reasons it's not working. I need to change angles. Oh, maybe. There you go. Bucket man. Come on, dude. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Okay. So we're gonna let it do its thing. Get this side going. Oh, come on.
How was she failing to light paper on fire?
There we go. Now we're going. Nice, slowly bring it. Slowly. Oh, wait, I think I need to. We're good. We'll get there eventually, guys. We'll get there eventually. There you go. Come on. That book does not want to burn. My love will never die. My love, my beautiful love. Yeah, you're one stubborn son of a bitch. Okay, let's see. Who's all chatting? Well, it'd be worth having go through. Anyhow, sorry, give me a second. Top messages.
That's so
all
funny.
Messages. It might be easier to burn with alcohol. I don't have any access to alcohol. Oh well. I mean, it's worth a try. It might be just because of the wind. The wind's not helping, but I'm gonna keep trying anyway.
After many, many more minutes of her struggling, she decides to give up and that she's just going to rip it up and pour water on it because water and paper don't mix. Also, you can see how she started that out. They don't believe that I burned my journals. They don't believe it was my handwriting. See what I mean by saying that she was mentioning the critiques that other people had for her about the first journal? But there's still more.
Ah, fuck it. It's not working. You know, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a trip up to the dump and just throw this in the dump. That way no one can find it whatsoever. There you go. We're done. We're done here, guys.
Oh,
so,
hey, thank you so much.
Consider this the final video on Sarah Faye and I.
We're gonna have our own little version of a witness here. My mouse will work, but thank you so much. What did you play? I didn't hear it. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Did it play a sound? I didn't hear one. Thank you. Wait, what sound? This live took place. I guess we're back. Yeah, she literally was. But wait, Lesser Older Tales. What sound did you play? Because I didn't hear the sound play, so I want to make sure it plays. Oh, thank you so much. Absolutely. Let's get a sound here. I gotta find a good sound for this though. Oh, here we go. Thank you. That's so kind of you. I don't want to lose my bishop. He forced a retreat. That pisses me off. That doesn't.
From my end, you know, if you see me, you guys have seen me cry on screen. You guys have seen me scream on screen. You've seen me emotionally lash out on screen. You guys have seen now this, where I literally read out loud the proof, and then now you get to see me close. And I think it's time to let this situation go, and finally move on and be at peace. You know, I got a baby on the way, and last thing I want is to go into, you know, having a newborn and feel regret for something that I never did. And so the fact that Seraph came to me all those months ago, all that time ago, Seraph came to me, not the other way around. At this point, this was years after I stopped talking to her. Years. Sorry, I have to do this to hold the phone while I crank it because my hands are full. And there you go. So the fact that she came to me and she shared that letter with the drama channels, what she didn't share was all the conversation her and I would have after that. And that I wrote this right not long after I had already taken off to my trip, God's work with the GF Foundation. I hope you drama channels feel proud of yourself, because here's your proof. I mean, people kept wanting proof, and now I finally give it. And watch for you guys yourself. They're going to discard this. They're like, yeah, that's not his handwriting. Yeah, that's not him. Or they're going to be like, oh yeah, no, there's no way he fabricated that. I'm like, yeah, in the middle of a journal, an entry from many years ago. Yeah, you can't fabricate that unless you're really good at, you know, taking books apart, rearranging pages, which I can tell you right now, I'm no book binder.
So all that quote-unquote journal entry, which I don't believe was actually in there, proves is that Sarah forgave you for the alleged sexual assault, and that you were waiting for Sarah Faye to come back to you because you're so obsessed with her. Like, damn, girl, sometimes shit just doesn't work out and it sucks, but you gotta let it go. Literally making a promise to yourself that you are going to wait for her is so unhealthy. It's just unhealthy. If somebody doesn't want to be with you, move on.
I should push this pawn next.
Now we move forward in the timeline to March 27th, 2026, when Firebat fantasizes about killing someone on live. Now, anybody with a brain cell who follows the Firebat lore knows that she was talking about Femyaz. However, she does try to deny that later, claiming that it was some mysterious YouTuber that we all don't know, and that's who she was really talking about. Giving the, I really have a girlfriend, she just goes to a different school. But, like, instead it's, I wasn't talking about Femyaz, I was talking about another streamer, she's on a different platform, you guys wouldn't know her. But honestly, it was just disturbing to hear. You'll see what I mean.
Now that knight is penned. Oh, this must be recent.
Tell myself I've forgiven this person. For my side of things, yes, I've forgiven them for the hurt they've caused me, which is why I can even interact with their channels in the first place.
I'm trying to bait the queen out a little bit.
I don't know how I can forgive them for how they treat other people.
So why don't I?
These people need help.
No, we're
mental
still
help. Not being abused, not being harassed, being fun of. As you guys are fully aware, one of these channels made fun of one of their fellow drama channels for being raped. And it was terrible hearing that after they just passionately so much. And it kills my soul that such garbage exists.
That's... Why would you do... Oh, quiet, Firebat.
If there was an emotion that I could really convey right now, It's sorrow and rage. My thing is, when I see someone that is innocent being bullied and treated like crap, because I've been there myself years ago. I was being bullied for something that wasn't even had anything to do with me. And one of the things I did while I was being bullied is the bully from my past took two young kids and tried to get them involved. I still remember my toxic ex-mom watching as I stood up for these two boys, and that same feeling is the feeling I feel today. I mean, people aren't perfect. We're weird. We're hardwired differently. We have problems. We're the lemons, as it were, of the trans community. But
Yeah, that's completely accurate. Bat only decided that literally Bat is a turbo rapist. So this rings it rings a little hollow.
People just be kind to each other.
Why can't we be kind? I'm just a little goblin.
Why do people have to be so damn cruel? All I want to do is stab this bitch. I want to kill her. I want to strangle her and watch the life drain from her eyes.
Weird. Very weird thing to say. Very weird thing to say. We didn't, the chat, we did not like that. We did not enjoy that topic of conversation.
I want to see this monster pay for how she treats people. And you guys know good and well who I'm talking about. Not just her, but the other people too. It's not okay.
Now, for a little context, when Firebat says one of the drama channels made fun of one of the other drama channels for being raped, that is a direct reference to Femyaz. Femyaz and Purple Perry Gaming, who are both involved in covering Firebat, do not necessarily like each other. And from my understanding, at some point there was a disagreement between the two of them where they were both saying terrible things about each other on somebody else's stream. I could be wrong. It could have only been Femyaz who was saying these things. I'm not sure. I didn't watch that part myself, but I have seen where the Trough, whose stream it was, and Femyaz have both said that it was not okay for Femyaz to say those things on Trough's platform. And from what I can tell, it wasn't even true. Like, Perry wasn't raped at any point, as far as I'm aware. It was just a bad joke in bad taste. One I personally disagree with, but that's my opinion. However, Firebat did try to run with this for a while, saying, haha, Femyaz she's terrible. She made a rape joke. Like it hasn't also been alleged that Firebat makes rape jokes. I mean, even if you put the alleged essay aside, Firebat has other allegations of making rape jokes towards her ex's sister, who, need I remind you, was a minor at the time. It's like, don't act all holier than thou, like you've never made a rape joke before and try to criticize somebody else for making one. And like I said, in my personal opinion, it was a bad joke in bad taste. But it doesn't demonize Femyaz, at least not in the way that Firebat is trying to make it out to be. Anyway, with all of that explained, that is just an example how we know she was talking about Femyaz, which, like I said, she will try to deny later, and we will get into that as well. Anyway, after this, Firebat does take a record long break of a whole 48 hours and returns on March 29th, 2026 with her I Hate Women arc, which honestly, girl,
hello?
We could already tell, but she does just flat out say it in this live. She flat out just says, I hate women.
Truth is, my anger isn't towards my ex or even this group. It's women. It's always been women. Every time I've ever been angry, it's because of women. And one of the things that the Forgiven You Can't Forget book series addresses throughout the book is past trauma. Truth is, I don't have any respect for women. Never have. How am I supposed to respect women when every woman I've ever known in my life has either betrayed me, backstabbed me, abandoned me, I think I said already, abused me. The list goes on and on. And despite all that, I do try my best. But the truth is, I am a monster. I accept that. I accept that I'm also a freak, a failure. I hate women because they're repulsive. They're disgusting. They're
Hello?
venomous. You know, they're like a pretty flower. You look at them, they look beautiful and amazing. You hold that flower and it's amazing. As soon as you taste its scent or taste of its fruit, it's poison. And deep down, that's the reason why I'm so angry, is I hate women.
What a disgusting way to talk about women. I mean, I've had my issues with men in my past, but I do not go around and demonize every man in my life. I don't hate men. I can acknowledge that, yes, I have had some issues with men, but that doesn't equate that all men are evil. And you say it's every woman in your life. Like, hello, your wife? I mean, I know you like to try to imply that she's abusive, but like,
First time is using
are you just saying that she is a terrible individual just because she's a woman? I'm so confused. Why are you married to her if you hate all women? If you hate all women, you hate your wife because she is a woman.
I'll force a draw.
Because you don't want to be lonely. I remember. Yeah, Firebat has literally said multiple times that the only reason why her and Tanya are together because neither one of them wants to be lonely, which is such a terrible reason to stay in a relationship. Firebat also mentioned my video in that live stream. The way that she talks about the picture with the red eyes, I think that she thinks that I altered the picture in some way, but truth is,
yeah, I would believe that.
One night she was playing with filters and I just snapped a screenshot when she was on that filter because I was like, oh my gosh, that would be perfect. Anyway, we are going to move forward to April 1st, 2026, which is Firebat's drunken shenanigans. And I will only be covering the bare minimum of this because this shit literally went on for 10 hours. And it all started with a disagreement between her and her wife about the location of Spain and Italy, like if they were neighbors or not. And that happened in actually one of her gaming Minecraft streams. And while I'm not going to play most of it here because I don't feel like it's very important for the context, I do want to play one part where Firebat tells Tanya it is her right to rescind her promises as she wishes, as she sees fit. I don't remember the exact wording. Then spends the entire night drunk, crying about how Seraphe broke her promise to Firebat. I am telling you, the hypocrisy this woman has no end. There is no end to the depths of her hypocrisy or her audacity.
Yep.
Right! You do make promises and break them!
Yeah, cool. Thank you for telling me something I've already said I do. I have no shame.
Make the damn promise!
Because I'm allowed to change my mind. I'm allowed to rescind my promises. Well, too bad.
Changing your mind called breaking the promise!
I live life on my own terms. You've known this about me.
Fucking do!
Good.
Stop telling you what you do!
Okay.
Now, through this whole argument, Firebat is comparing Tanya to Femyaz and to Seraphe.
How can I tell they're using a bot? They're making moves that humans wouldn't make, in that they're trading a bunch of pieces that they shouldn't be trading, that make no sense. You'll also notice that they started doing really, really high accuracy moves late in the game, which means they didn't start out using a bot. They probably started out using a standard book opening, fumbled in the mid game, and then started making like god tier moves right at the end, which is why I forced a draw.
This is obviously upsetting to Tanya because nobody likes to be compared to like the people that you claim you hate, especially. And Firebat is being very condescending throughout the entire argument, but she still seems to think that this proves that Tanya is the abusive one, when you can literally hear Firebat taunting and pushing at Tanya until Tanya gets to the point where she is literally screaming, which I'm not saying is okay for Tanya to do, but it is also an understandable reaction when you listen to the whole thing. Having your spouse compare you to her ex and to her online haters and then tell you the only thing that she loves about you is your face, I think that would upset anybody.
That was
and
stupid.
Yes, I think Tanya could have handled it differently.
This person's not using a
I also
bot.
think
They're
that
just an
Tanya
idiot.
has been very gracious towards Firebat through all of this and is really at the end of her rope. Firebat at one point even says, I should send this to the drama channels so they can see what you're really like. And then directly says to the chat, you see, this is what I put up with, guys, even when I'm being calm, cool, and collected. Which, just because you're speaking in a calmer tone does not inherently mean that you are in the right. This is something that a lot of narcissistic abusers do. I'm not a psychiatrist. I am not diagnosing Firebat. I am just pointing out the similarities, but it is a common tactic that narcissistic abusers will take. They will goat you on, egg you on, antagonize you, but they think as long as they are doing it in a calm voice, that puts them in the right and makes them the rational one. Meanwhile, the other person who is reacting and responding, if they are upset in any way, they're the emotional and immature and unstable one.
You say sound good, never actually are. So stop lying about that too.
See, guys, this is how I get treated all the fucking time. Even when I'm being calm and level-headed, my wife treats me like crap. So there you guys go. I hope you join channels.
I guess
Have a
as a
flow.
freaking physical abuser. Huh? So calm like you were that day, huh?
Yeah? Oh, are you going to tell them about your part in that? What happened
I
to
didn't grab your fists.
No.
Yourself.
No, you just triggered my PTSD, which we've had conversation about that.
Make me responsible for your
You are.
reaction.
You are responsible.
I'm responsible for your reaction.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not.
If you know.
Do I have puppet strings on you? No. Do I own you?
I think this guy's a lost cause.
Like, that's just so fucking heartbreaking to hear. Holy shit. Oh my god.
No!
I mean, you act like
this is my first time hearing like a full-on like Firebat Tanya fight. Like, oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, that was humiliating. Hi, Yoshi. Welcome in. Let's look at the game review of that, because that was humiliating. I want to see where I messed up.
Well done, pouncing on that free piece. Excellent. Your opponent went e4, huh? The most popular move in chess history. All right, hold on. Your opponent's bishop is supporting the center. You're opening things up, activating your pieces like a... Okay, safety first. Your opponent slides the bishop to a safe haven. You missed an opportunity to capture a free pawn. Your opponent just left a pawn hanging. Free material. You had an opportunity to... Not bad, but not brilliant.
I'm not letting them force double pawns.
Your better option was to attack the knight with a pawn.
Yeah, I could have done that.
They missed the chance to capture a free pawn. You just gave up a pawn. They missed the chance. Oops, you forgot to... Your opponent just... You're about to lose their best option. You snagged that piece right back.
Yeah, I see where I messed up.
Your opponent didn't spend enough time and missed the... That recapture is bringing fresh... Their better move was... You're setting up a chill kingside castle for your opponent's boot. Your knight is hanging. Your opponent left your knight hanging. Can you believe it? That queen just got Thanos snapped. What a steal. They left a rook. You swatted that checking rook like a fly. That's one. You're on your way to a juicy checkmate. What a move. Super solid, right on. You're not letting up. The knight has arrived for you. They're sweating bullets. That checkmate. Your opponent is like, no. You're grinding out that checkmate. Strong choice, right on target. You love to see it. You're inching closer to that sweet, sweet checkmate.
Wait, everything's popping off? What happened? What happened? What did I miss? I have to go back to the...
All the time. No! I mean, yeah, you do. Yeah, I do. Don't lie. Yeah, I do. You act like you owe me all the fucking time.
I mean, Tanya is right. She is not responsible for your reactions, no matter how much you want to sit there and say, yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are. And also, kudos to Tanya for pointing out, okay, yeah, I might be yelling and screaming, but you physically abused me. Again, Bat tries to turn that around and flip it and make it Tanya's fault. It's just very disgusting. It's honestly really hard to watch the whole VOD in completion. But this is what starts Firebat's drinking shenanigans. She gets so upset at Tanya that she leaves and she goes and buys 4 buzzballs. And she starts slamming them in the car, waiting for Tanya to come out and apologize to her, which Tanya eventually does. They return inside. Firebat continues to drink. She gets on the computer. She is looking at my video. She's looking at Femiois. She's looking at The Trough. She is looking at Goddammit Malcolm. She's looking at everybody who's ever talked about her, essentially. And at several points, you can hear Tanya in the background trying to talk about something else with Firebat. If I remember correctly, one of the times it was literally about the baby. And Firebat basically just ignores her and continues on with her drama bullshit on the computer. And while I will not be covering all of it, because like I said, it is 10 hours worth of content.
Yeah, I saw that part. I was the one who noted that. Like, she picked buzzballs because of that. This is where I come into the picture because I started streaming it.
I do want to talk about where Firebat was responding to my video directly. And when she's talking about me, you will see she is never beating the racist allegations.
So she decided to just call me today. First she texted me. Then she asked me how I was doing, of course. Let's go to freaking Frankie's Tavern. And I tell her, I have some big news. You might want to sit down for this. And that's when she called me. Let's go to Frankie's Tavern. See what they have to say about me. One video saying the disturbing actions Firebat doesn't want you to know. Let's see what this loser has to say about me near the end. We'll go to the last. The end specifically.
I initiated everything related from making out to having sex. I initiated it every single time. I'd say, hey, you want to blank, blank, blank? And then we would. She would never initiate anything. She would literally like a sex doll. Like lifeless when we would have sex. We made her sex like her really boring, which because of her sexual behavior, it made it really hard for me to have sex with anyone else.
I had to initiate everything. It was very, very boring. She was lifeless, like a sex doll.
So an African American bitch says this. Oh wait, you proved my point, fucking loser.
I don't know, but to me, it just kind of sounds like maybe she wasn't that interested in, blanking your blank, as you say.
Oh, look at you, Frankie. Oh, you fucking black bitch.
Templeton saying that Falgi tried to get his docs? Holy shit.
Bitch. I know you're black. I'm not dumb. I know accents enough to know. Yes, I'm a fucking racist. I don't give a fuck. So, haven't you fucking learned your lesson from the last time you tried fucking with the channel? I don't give a fuck anymore about that stuff.
Don't even get me started on that.
A black person is fucking jumping into my relationship with Seraphe. Literally says shit about me from the very beginning. See, that's why I didn't watch the rest of it. This is literally 2 hours and 18 minutes out of 2 hours and 25 minutes total. Yeah. Sorry, Frankie Tavern. I'm not interested in watching the rest of your fucking garbage slop. No offense. Mary Chu has more shit on me than fucking you. That happened because you're all fucking retarded. No limits. I think you know what you need. You need to call Frankie. I'm not calling Frankie. Frankie can fucking call me. If she fucking was to say shit about me in her YouTube video, she can say it to my fucking face. Oh, that's right. She's a black fucking loser.
Oh, so you know accents well enough to know I'm black? That's crazy because I also know a thing or two about accents, and I know an insecure little worm when I hear one of those. And the way that you try to just assume my race, and then because of the assumed race, try to act like that just discredits any criticism that I have for you is really hilarious. She said that she wasn't going to watch my video, and she does click away for a minute, but she comes back and spends the better part of an hour watching my video and responding to my video, which I'm not going to show all
she's
of
bringing
because
the queen out.
Yes, it is going in circles, Firebat. You're right. Said over and over and over again when you were reviewing my video, well, the last 15 minutes of it that you actually watched, that these drama channels just keep going in circles. I wonder why. Could it be that you're actually the one leading the way? They're just following you and commenting on your content that you are putting out, and you are actually the one with the lead, and you are the one running in circles. So of course everyone else is running in circles because they're following you, following the direction that you take your content in, because they are reacting to your content. So if they are running in circles, Firebat, it's because you are leading the way. Anyways, yes, she watches like the last 15 minutes of my video, spends about 40 minutes to 50 minutes yapping about it, saying the same things that she's already said over and over again, while simultaneously trying to get me to join her live stream. And it's really schoolyard shit. She's like talking to me like I'm a dog at one point, trying to goat me on by continuously calling me names and calling me a coward and saying I'm pathetic, calling me slurs, although I will give her credit, she did not call me the N slur, even though people in the chat were trying to get her to say that.
Yep.
But she did use quite a few other colorful slurs to try and insult me. And then when I tell her I am not willing to get in a call or join her live while she is under the influence, she tries to get me to join to talk to Tanya because Tanya is sober. To which I tell her I have no interest in talking to Tanya, which she takes as me being scared of Tanya, which is hilarious. Then at one point she says that I'm too afraid to talk to her while her wife is there, and I reiterate, no, it has nothing to do with your wife. I am just not in the habit of taking advantage of the inebriated, and that I do not care if we have a call in the future when she is sober if her wife is there for her own moral support, which she took as me trying to kiss her ass. She literally thought I was trying to say that I was trying to give her moral support, which no. And at one point, her face is literally turning red as she's watching my video and seething about my video while she says, "You're just trying to get under my skin and it didn't work." Sweetie, if it didn't work, why is your face so red? Because I understand that alcohol can cause your face to get red or pink or whatever, but you can see when you watch it that her face is actively getting redder as she is watching my content and responding to my content. And I'm not going to show all of that here. I honestly don't care. I just thought it was funny. I don't think it's really important to the overall timeline of the drunken escapades. But I did want to give you guys a little bit of context in case you haven't seen it about how it went when she was responding to my video. Anyway, as the night progresses, Bat's behavior becomes more and more erratic. She keeps rambling about how she's gonna drink herself to death to prove her point, that all of the trolls pushed her into drinking, that she's honest because she's drunk, and goes through several mood swings regarding Seraphe, repeating over and over how Seraphe broke her promise to her. But like, Bat, didn't you just earlier that same day tell your wife it is your right to rescind on your promises? I remember that. In fact, I just showed it. That's a tad bit hypocritical of you, don't you think? Why is it, Bat, that everything is okay for you to do, but not okay for others to do to you? It's your right to be able to break promises to others, but how dare they break a promise to you?
Kick that queen
I would
away.
call you self-centered, but I think that's too light of a term. Anyway, at one point, Firebat is kicked out of the apartment by Tanya because Tanya wants to rest and Firebat is raving and drunk. So she goes to the common rooms where she continues to drink and rant and rave.
Seraphe broke that promise. She knows she did. She fucked up. Not me, she did. What I did, exposed the truth about how fucking pathetic this woman is, Seraphe, and how much I believed in her, and how much I wanted her to achieve her dreams, which I've talked about this thousands of times with this fucking bitch. She'll never accept it. She'll never accept the truth that I wanted her to succeed in her life. I'm only saying this as a drunk person. Fun fact about drunks, we are the most honest that we've ever been in our entire life when you're drunk. Because you can't control what you actually think and feel about someone when you're drunk.
It's the same thing over and over again, mixed in with begging Femyoise to join her stream. Someone in the chat tells her that Femyoise cannot join the stream without ending her own stream. Firebat, I don't know, misunderstood it or something. She thought, like, that they were trying to say the link wasn't working. So she goes, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna send the link to my friend Phaeton, and even he knows how to join. We'll see if it's broken, we'll see if it works. A few moments later, Phaeton does join, and immediately she starts asking him, did I rape Sarah Faye? Phaeton tries to be supportive, but he does tell her, like, hey, I told you I don't want to be in the middle of this. And she continues to push. Phaeton leaves. As you can see here.
Oh, Phaeton joins me. We'll see what happens.
I love the Vienna game.
Oh.
A, you're not going to die alone in a jail cell. B.
Oh, we're going to talk about feminoids. Phaeton, I'm talking about feminoids. And Sarah Faye, not me.
Well, all I did was I was doing a quick couple of rounds with Jason on Fortnite, and
oh, look, guys. Stop for a second, bro. I need to say something. Oh, look, my YouTube live stream request actually works. Oh, Family's actually retarded because you can't join me in my live stream with my guys. Oh, look at you, little piece of shit. And Phaeton, what do you have to say?
First of all, careful with those comments, because if I remember correctly, you responding to the haters is what sent you down the road to destroy your last YouTube channel. So be careful. Okay?
Oh, my last YouTube channel. Phaeton, I need your honest opinion. You need to be honest for once. Did I rape Sarah Faye? Just say yes or no. No, nothing else, just yes or no.
No, and like I said, I already...
Chat. Phaeton's admitted I never raped Sarah Faye.
Wait. I don't know the full story, but you know you're my brother through and through.
Phaeton.
Let me finish, please. Okay. I told you I didn't want to go down this road. I'm not taking sides.
Why? Why do I take sides? She's literally making shit up with me.
No,
literally
I'm not,
lying feminoid.
Phaeton,
Phaeton, listen to me. If it's the one time, listen. Sarah Faye literally going to the most dramatic channel, feminoid, and dropping shit up about me raping her. Do you honestly think I could rape someone?
No, but as I said, please let me finish.
Thank you! Phaeton, shut up. Just shut up. Thank you for saying that. You know me more than anyone else on this channel, more than anyone else on this other channels. You know me. I would never rape Sarah Faye. I love that girl. You know me. Yet the other channels don't know me. So tell me truth. Would I rape Sarah Faye?
I'm stepping out because I don't want to be caught in the middle, and I told you this.
You guys are a coward. You're afraid of picking sides.
I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm very happy that she calls Faith on the R-word a couple times. So it really hurts me. Doesn't like hearing it. Yeah, she's not very nice to him. Is the thing. It's like if that's his friend, she's not very, very kind to him. And also is violating another boundary. We see another boundary being violated.
Who has been with you this entire time? Who has fought for you left and right? Who has been loyal to you as a friend, despite the fact that Sarah Faye has made up shit about me on Feminist channel? Who has been there for you? Tell me the truth.
And who
How many times have I fought for you when other people treat you like shit in high school?
I know, but I asked to not be in the middle of it because I respect both of you.
No, you're accepting and respecting a channel that fucking freaking promotes that raped her. See, freaking Phaeton is a fucking freaking coward. He's too much of a coward. He admits that Sarah Faye's wrong, even though he just admitted just now that I never raped Sarah Faye.
Now, Phaeton did forgive Firebat the next day. I'm just putting that out there. I think Phaeton is really just trying to be a good friend to Firebat, but he said he doesn't want to be in the middle of this, and Firebat really should respect that, whether she's drunk or not. She then takes the phone, goes back into the apartment, and demands Tanya to answer the same questions.
Why aren't you in bed asleep? Because I'm fighting.
Fighting what?
The truth.
I fight the truth.
I raped Sarah Faye. Is that the truth? Did I rape Sarah Faye?
Full adjustment say I don't know and I'm not picking sides.
The fact that I'm so passionate about this, that I'm so obsessed with this, I'm only drunk to prove my point.
She's rude and pushes buttons and they do gaming lives together. I think Bat thinks she's superior. Bat thinks is a narcissist who thinks she is superior to everyone. And that is a big problem. So, ooh. Okay. Yeah, Bat thinks she's superior to every single person she interacts with, which is why she's so fucking rude and violates so many goddamn boundaries all the time.
haven't seen it, except you. That's because I want to prove a point that I never raped Sarah Faye. Do you know how much she means to me? I don't want her. She is my best friend. She signed our wedding documents. In the past. So you're willing to throw away Sarah Faye despite the fact that she signed a wedding document? I can't throw something away I never had. But she was here, watching Hasbin Hotel with us, gave us access to her freaking Amazon account. Why? I don't need to. I want to know your opinion. I don't have one. It's just a streaming service. I don't really care. I care. I care. That's the problem. Is I care too much. Because she was my best friend. I care about my exes too, but like not to the level that you're talking about. Because she was my best friend. She was my. What? Companion. My wife. My everything. I literally gave you a baby because how much I care about you. The survey was just as much as important to me as you are.
Yes, Bat, we caught that. You almost told your wife that Sarah Faye was your soulmate. Even your wife picked up on that. That is why she asked, "Your what?" Because you stopped yourself. And then, after she asks you, you try to say, "My companion." And at this point, a lot of people start trying to join Firebat's live only to have their camera pointed to a monitor showing Femya's stream, which I am completely against. I mean, Firebat is obviously spiraling at this point on her own. You do not need to try to add fuel to the fire when she is unstable and her pregnant wife is there. You are doing nothing other than endangering further Tanya and the baby. But Firebat ends up going back into the common rooms and continues to rant and rave.
Especially in the episode about people who make shit out of it. I'm tired of bullies like you. I decided I'm going to take the name of the Doctor. I am the Doctor. Tell me, am I a monster? Did I rape Sarah Faye? And if I raped Sarah Faye can say it for herself. Oh wait, she won't. Now, everyone you've heard, Sarah Faye had once confront me and say I raped her. Here's your point. Here's your moment, Sarah Faye. Did I rape you or not? Don't make me drive up to Renton. Because my wife, unfortunately, was unsmart enough to take away from my driving key and this key. I would go to jail happily for coming to your house right here, right now. And you know I'll do it. Especially on drunk guy right now. I will do it without taking a second glance. Did I rape you or did I not rape you? You know I'm not bluffing, Sarah Faye. I know you're watching, making fun of me, snarking. Did I rape you? I literally believe
keys.
In her.
I remember this.
Right.
This was very funny.
Everything I could to help her achieve her dreams. Even fucking work for 10 years into just to make her dream a reality. This fucking bitch makes shit up about me. Like, how messed up is that? How fucking messed up is that? That she made shit up about me. I'm going to get drunk for this. I don't care if the cops come here and arrest me right now. For being blunt about how I feel about Sarah, Marie Carter, or AKA Mize. I'm not afraid. I'm telling the truth. She fucking lied about me raping her. I never raped Sarah Faye. It's fucking retarded. You guys believe that shit.
Oh my god, the Bat Police
And
body
at another
cam
point, when Firebat is
would
back
have
in the
been so
apartment, she is arguing with Tanya over Sarah Faye once again. And honestly, this one was really hard for me to watch. It's just very difficult to see somebody in that situation. At least for me it was, but I will play the clip here, part of it, so you can see what I'm talking about.
Tell me, how you really feel about me?
Did you remember you cried to me about an ex that you frequently compare me to, I might remind you? It's time for you to pick sides. Who can't you live without?
You. Period.
Oh
The
god,
idea
I
of-
hate the anime voice. The anime voice is so bad.
Being not the daughter, or sorry, husband or trans wife to drives me insane. The point I'm trying to make, hun, is I'm sick and tired of being accused of rape, even though I've never raped Seraphe. I don't care what you have to say about this.
Which is the same thing you accused me of.
It's not.
The difference is, I live in the past with my parents. You live in the past with your exes. That's the
You're right, because Seraphe means something to me.
So if you're gonna lecture me and tell me to let go of my parents, you need to let go of your.
Maybe you weren't fucking bitch to me. Maybe you weren't fucking asshole to me during our fights. Maybe I'd be fucking more loyal to you. Oh, here's that. Here's that for you guys. Cheers.
This is literally just drunkenly abusing Tanya. Like, what the fuck?
You found a nice tactic that game. You're cooking. Let's review.
I made like 4 blunders. Wow.
All right, center control, baby. A classic way to kick off a tactical game.
I also agree. Like, literally, I cannot believe that no one heard this and didn't come out of the apartment to see what was happening. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I cannot imagine being their neighbors.
More loyal. When it cheated you in the first place.
Live does continue, but it goes mute.
It's gotta
It gets
smell
muted.
crazy in there.
Firebat doesn't realize it's muted, but you can see her screaming and blubbering and crying and throwing things at Tanya. Well, I guess the throwing things,
Nim's a
you don't
witch.
really see her throw anything at Tanya,
Okay.
but a water bottle is thrown. It is confirmed later that it was thrown, and Tanya is seen cleaning it up. I'm gonna play that clip here, but like I said, it is muted.
Is he trying to scholars me? Oh my god. No, I want to see... Like, we gotta go over here for a second, because I gotta... Look at this, like... The malice and the hate in this in the eyes here. And then the switch to tools to crying. Remember we watched this and we went through and we cataloged all the different tools that she uses to abuse her partner? I can't watch that. And, oh god, look at Tanya. Why would she turn the camera around to face Tanya? This is horrible. Why is she doing this on live? I want to play a sound, but just like... It's just... I'm horrified. No, you misunderstand, Lesser Older Tales. She threw the water bottle down so Tanya would take care of her. She's throwing this
ends
temper
up back in the
tantrum
comment
so that Tanya takes care of her.
rooms again. And at this point, when she is in the common room, she gets joined by somebody who is not trying to fan the flames, as they say, but is instead trying to bring Firebat back down. He is encouraging her to relax, to drink water, to forget Sarah Faye, to forget the drama, to forget it all. He is really doing his best to try to relate to Firebat and to de-escalate the situation. And I'm not going to play any of it here because his audio had a very bad echo. I know I'm not one to talk about other people's audio, considering I am doing this from my phone and I am trying my best, but I know my audio is kind of all over the place. So I'm not, like, trying to throw shade at him for his audio being...
Firebat, your audio sound... Or not Firebat. Frankie, your audio sounds amazing. It's fine.
Being heavily echoed. I'm just saying it was heavily echoed. Anyway, he does manage to keep her occupied for some time until she decides that he is also just working for the trolls, just one of the trolls, and she leaves the live with him and is just out in the courtyard of the apartment complex continuing to drink and rant at her phone until Tanya does eventually come out and bring her back in. I'm not gonna show that part because it's a lot of just Bat stumbling and falling and Tanya trying to encourage her to get back into the apartment, because at this point it had been about 5 or 6 hours and it was getting extremely late. However, once they are back into the apartment, Firebat continues to talk about Sarah Faye.
I'm willing to destroy my entire life, even go to prison if I have to, just to prove a point. Now, let me answer my question. Why would I destroy my life just to prove that I didn't rape Sarah Faye? Just be blunt.
Because you're selfish.
I'm selfish. Why am I selfish?
Because you're willing to destroy yourself, despite knowing you have a family to take care of.
Okay, if I'm willing to destroy a family that I'm trying my best to take care of, why would I destroy my life for Sarah Faye of all people?
That is between you and God and yourself.
No.
I'm not answering that for you.
Because you're a coward, just like anyone else. Tell me the truth.
I'm not a coward.
Tell me.
For not willing to enable your bad behavior.
I'm not asking to enable me. I'm asking you to be honest about your opinion. Why would I destroy my life?
I have an opinion about something that I barely know about.
The answer to my question is this. I will destroy everything I have just to prove a point that I didn't rape Sarah Faye and I care about her. That's what this is all about. Period. In a line, no other words. Everyone thinks I don't care about Sarah Faye. Everyone, apparently, I'm familiar with the chat or whatever, thinks I don't care about Sarah Faye. But you know me. You know me.
Even when you're sober.
Even when I'm sober. Do I care about Sarah Faye?
This is
when I'm sober, do I care about Sarah Faye?
A lot less.
Do I though?
So much less.
Do I though?
Unless you, when you're sober, you do this remarkable thing where you compartmentalize, like I'm asking you to.
I can't.
And yet you do.
I can't.
You're just bad at compartmentalize right now because your brain's fried from all damn alcohol.
Do you believe I raped her?
Believe whatever you believe in the moment.
No, I want the truth. Did I rape Sarah Faye? Do you believe that I actually raped Sarah Faye?
What do you want me to say?
The truth.
It doesn't matter what I say, I'll still be demanding.
No, I want the truth.
I don't want you to stop getting hung up on it.
Yeah, I'll get stop getting hung up on it when Sarah Faye admits that she's lied about me raping her.
She obviously wants nothing to do with you. I suggest you return the favor.
Oh, if she wants nothing to do with me, then why did she go to multiple channels saying I raped her when I didn't? Why? Why would she reach out to me over multiple channels? And then when I blocked her on, and you know this, you can admit this, I literally blocked her and literally changed my number. I literally changed my number, my email, just to block the bitch. Did I change my number?
You know you did.
Good. Did I change my email?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. I literally told you what it is. You literally see me use it for one of your channels. Fucking dumbass. Why are you and Peyton so afraid of me? Why are you scared of me? Just tell me how it is.
You're obsessed.
Yes, I'm obsessed about someone I care about.
I stand behind.
I'm obsessed because Sarah Faye lied. You have any idea how it tears me apart? Be accused of rape. You have any idea how that tears someone apart?
Look, all I know is there's 2 stories
Okay.
you told me so.
Yeah, I told you 2 stories. Bottom line, do you know how much this affects me?
I can see how much it's affecting you right now.
Ah, good. You can see how much that Sarah's lies affected me. Okay. If I'm acting this way, you know me for over, 3 years? And know me I wouldn't act this way unless I had a good reason? Why would I act like this? It has nothing to do with you. It's partially to do with you, but not all to do with you.
I'm not answering that.
Why? Because you're a coward like Sarah Faye? You're a fucking coward like Sarah Faye? You won't tell me how you...
Remember the narc, abusive, comparing you to the ex, saying you're just like my ex, you're just like... This is the devaluation stage of a narcissistic relationship, by the way.
Yes, I'm a coward, just like your ex. I am exactly like your ex. I'm identical to your ex. We have the same color hair. Is that what you want to hear?
No.
Then stop comparing me to her.
Why is the truth? That's all I care about is the truth.
You don't need a time machine to verify, and no one has those. It's your word against hers. Nothing.
Honestly, Tanya's a lot kinder than I am, because if my spouse would have just been yelling at me about how it was my fault that they cheated on me, I probably would have left them outside, not bring them inside and try to sober them up just to listen to them continue to spiral about their ex and the drama channels. And unfortunately for Tanya, this continues to go on for about another 4 hours. At one point, Firebat does successfully get into a call with Femyas. And this is where Firebat denies that she was talking about Femyas when she was talking about strangling the life out of that person.
Oh, my wife said you suck, by the way, Femyas. Yeah, I suck right now because I'm willing to expose this bitch for freaking lying about me. Because someone just said I threatened her. I don't care! I don't care!
I don't care!
I'm tired.
Tell me how much you don't care!
I'm tired.
Call her!
Yep.
Listen to her!
Yep.
Let her speak! Stop talking over her!
Okay.
Stop treating her like that!
Okay, I'll stop.
If you don't want to hear her speak,
I cannot imagine being these people's neighbors. Like, holy shit.
then don't call her ever again!
Okay, let's hear Femyas say it. What are you saying, Femyas?
Yeah, so you were talking about how...
I keep her damn names up!
What?
You were talking about how you wanted
Do not shush your wife like that. That's so fucked up.
to strangle me. You were describing it in detail the violent shit that left you.
Oh, that wasn't you. Oh, that was so not you. I'm sorry that you're fucking retarded to think it's all about you.
You were making...
I'm not gonna say who it's actually
so you
about
were
because I'll keep that to myself, but you're fucking retarded to think everything's about you. I literally don't make...
I will literally unplug this computer if you keep talking over her. I will do it.
Okay.
Every single time. When it gets excessive, like it just did, yeah, that's fucking nuts, okay?
Yeah, I want to know that I actually said I'm gonna murder Femyas, of all people. No offense, Femyas. You're not on the top of my hit list if I had one. No offense.
What you're saying is that... But you're not, I rewinded it.
Oh,
Just
okay.
let it play.
Okay, let's try this again.
Let it play.
All I want to do is stab this bitch. I want to kill her. I want to strangle her and let the life drain from her eyes.
Yeah, so I've just been blunt. It's not about you. I'm not gonna say who it's about because it's none of your fucking business. If you actually didn't pay attention to the whole video, that means you're fucking retarded and
It's about Femyas.
they don't know what I said. So I'm allowed to express my emotions and feelings about how I've been so betrayed by not just you, but multiple people on the web for making fun of me for being something I'm not. You try so fucking hard to make me the next Church Chan, but the truth is you're so little.
Aiko then? Because Aiko is the only other woman I can think of that like makes fun of you on
Huh, hey, here's the thing. How often do you hear me mention that bitch?
That's a yes or no question.
That's a
Is it
no.
about Aiko, yes or no?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
So what you're saying is it's about somebody that makes fun of you on the internet that's a woman that's not near Aiko.
Hey, guess what? You're not the only person that treats me like shit on the web that I talk about. Oh, look at you. You're not the center of attention,
It's
Femyas.
some
How's it feel?
mysterious internet woman that we've never heard of.
Oh, no, everyone's heard of her. Trust me.
Is
It's my... She goes to a different school. She's not reaching out to you through channel. She's gets to tell her story too because you won't leave her alone. Yeah, she's obsessed. Literally obsessed. It's insane. Damn it. Oh well. I really
this
think that
mysterious
Tanya
drama
is
channel that
probably
like
realizing
I've never
what's
heard of,
going
but like
on.
it's
not you.
even worse than me.
Hey,
is it Mary
Pants?
Chu? Is it Mary Chu?
Nope. You can guess what you want. I'm not going to tell you what I was actually thinking about when I said that. But I'll tell you this much. If you guys are fucking sober... Hey, fucktard. Let me finish. Hey, fucktard, can I finish? Hey, can I finish what I was saying? Hey, fucktard, can I finish what I was saying? Whoever it was is someone I care about very much. And that's all I'm going to say at this point. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not going to admit to anything because I know you and you're just going to fucking expose me for being a fucking retard, which I'm not. Nice try. I learned my lesson from the last time you pulled this shit.
It's either me or Sarah.
Oh, it's you or Sarah. Wow. Okay, apparently you're so retarded you haven't seen every drama thing about me. Wow, for someone that's so obsessed with me that you did 24 hours straight on me, you sure don't...
Is it your wife?
I'm not saying it's my wife. I'm not saying it's anybody. You can just keep guessing. I'm going to let you keep guessing until you can prove who it is. Other than yourself, because you're fucking self-centered.
Is it your wife, yes or no?
Nope, not my wife.
No, it's not your wife.
Nope, not Sarah Faye. No, it's not you. Not my wife. Not it's this fucking loser I don't even know about. That I didn't watch your stuff. No, it's not some fucking random person on the web. Nope. Guess what you want. I'm never going to tell you. You're never going to know. You're going to make shit up about me because you're fucking pathetic.
So she tries to deflect and say it wasn't you. It was somebody I really care about, trying to hint that it was possibly Sarah Faye, but then denies that it was also Sarah Faye. But when we watched the clip earlier, she's literally saying it's about one of these drama channels that upset her. And I think because she was being called out about it, she obviously is just going to deny it. She doesn't want to admit that, yes, it was you, and yes, I was fantasizing about murdering you on live stream. And obviously, unless she comes out and confirms directly, it is just speculation at this point. But I think it's a safe assumption that she was speaking about Femyas. And at some point during this call with Femyas, she does get Tanya on the phone with Femyas. And I'm not going to show that here. Seriously, I barely scratched the surface with what I showed you here from the drunken shenanigans. If you want to see full coverage, there are other streamers out there who have covered the full debacle, so you can watch it from beginning to end. But yes, it was like 10 hours. And of course, the next day.
Oh, he figured out the one way to stop the checkmate. Oh, I'm so proud of him. Okay. Ooh, oh. Yeah, I am
She
too.
makes the live titled Regretting Last Night or whatever, which honestly surprises nobody. And she does go on to try to hint that it was all a part of her and her wife's master plan to own the trolls, which, oh, okay, sure, sweetheart. Firebat has a habit of not thinking long term and just doing things, and then when it's called out, she's like, haha, you fell for my trap. It was all a part of my master plan. Like she's some villain from a cheesy old cartoon or something. And honestly, that's kind of an insult to cartoon villains everywhere. She really thinks she's out here playing life on expert mode, but in actuality, she struggles with beginner settings. And her whole narrative of, these drama channels forced me to confess, meanwhile telling me when she was reviewing my video that she didn't force Sarah Faye to do anything. She didn't have a gun to her head, so it wasn't force. So, okay, sweetheart, if that wasn't force, then people asking you about the allegations was not forcing you to confess to them. And honestly, I don't even know if anybody asked you directly about them, or if you just volunteered to give your side of the story, in which you confess. Damn, girl, even in the second journal that we just covered in this video, you say Sarah forgave me, not Sarah said it never happened, implying that it did happen. And you're right, I wasn't there. I do not know for sure, obviously. But what I do know for sure is Sarah Faye's recollection of events has changed very little or literally not at all, where yours has been all over the place. And in a court of public opinion where there is little to no evidence at all, people tend to believe the person who is consistent in their story and not the person who initially says, I did it, and then says, well, I didn't do it, and then says, well, I made a mistake, and then says, well, they forgave me, and then says, well, I didn't do it, and then says, I did this thing 10 years ago. Like, Bat, you are all over the place in your narration of these events. That is why nobody believes you. And it's not because Sarah Faye is a woman and you were identifying as a man at the time, because there have been plenty of sexual assault allegations where the evidence points in favor of the man, and the more reliable narrator is the man, so the court of public opinion defends the man. And I am not implying that you are a man now. I understand that you are a trans woman, and that is a-okay with me. I am just saying because at the time you were identifying as a man.
I think that Bat really does have Tanya under their thumb. I genuinely do. In like a very, very severe way. But I think that Tanya is starting to wake up. God damn it. Okay. Whatever. Gonna get taken. I'm gonna resign. I don't see it.
And when you were with Sarah Faye and the alleged assault occurred. and because you yourself have hinted that the reason why people believe her is simply because she's a woman when that is just not true. Anyways, that brings us up to pretty much current day in the Firebat universe and saga, as far as the bare bones of it goes, because that's all I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to stick to the key points in these videos, because Firebat does churn out so much content constantly, and there is so much there. Firebat herself literally was upset that I only made a 2.5 hour video on her when there was so many hours of content on her, which, yeah, I'm trying to condense it, which I literally said in my video. Why am I going to just react to every single video you make directly? I'm not going to do that if my purpose is to condense it into a more bite-sized piece for anybody who wanted to look into the situation but did not want to go through all of the hours of VODs and segments where people are literally responding to each and every one of your videos directly. Well, most of them anyway. All that being said, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. I also appreciate everyone for showing me support on the first video. Like I said, I was just making it to scratch an itch because it was bothering me that there wasn't
Sacrifice the bishop.
like bite-sized videos about this subject out there. And being that I'm not a content creator and would have to make a brand new account in order to do that, I was not expecting to get any more than 10 views at most, not gonna lie. Which would have been fine for me. Like I said, I was doing it to scratch an itch more than anything. But I am glad to know that people found it useful and informative. I hope people also find this one useful and informative. Please feel free to let me know in the comments what you think. Like I said before in the previous video, I would love to hear your opinion on the situation.
Who the fuck is also Ashley? Who is this? Let me see, let me see. Who is this? Why does... I guarantee you this random, like, fucking OnlyFans bitch does not... give a shit about Firebat. Oh, baby girl. That was a mistake. Oh, honey, you made a big mistake. Alright, we're gonna finish this game of chess, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But we finally made it through the video. You sent me a thing? Hold on, wait, let me see.
Have you seen?
Hold on. Hold on.
Have you seen the memes about me? Posting them should be a crime. Oh, I won. Viscera, were you the guy calling Firebat during your drunken breakdown? Wait, Viscera, Sam, were you the guy calling? Hold on. Hi, friend. Were you the guy calling Bat? I need to know. Pooja, what was this behavior?
Why would you do that, my friend? Habibi, why? I have to know. Like, okay, actually, I have so many questions for you, my friend. One, were you at all aware of who Firebat was before you called in? Or is this just somebody that you stumbled upon while you were doing, like, YouTube shorts or whatever? I need to get my bags cut. Oh, okay, so you were touching the poo. Not good idea, bud. But okay. I don't think that Firebat would have driven drunk. I really don't. I really don't. I think that that's cap. I think that that's cap. Like, I really don't think that Firebat... I think Firebat is all talk. Okay. No. I wanted them to get sober and go to bed for the night. Reasonable. You'll have to excuse me for 1 second. I'm trying to measure my room to see if it'll fit this, like, piece of furniture that I want to get. And I just found my tape measure. 55 inches. That's out here. It wouldn't fit. I could. I guess. I might end up having to move my desk a little bit, which is gonna piss me off. Because I wanted her to listen to, I just wanted them to go to get sober and go to bed for the night. Reasonable, honestly. I want to turn this office into kind of like also a guest room in addition to being my walk-in closet. So I'm thinking about trying to throw like a loft bed in here, just so I like have a place to crash when I get drunk, so I don't bother my wife. And I'm trying to see if it'll fit. It'll be 55 inches, which means it would come out to like literally right here where this is. And I don't think that that's smart. Yeah, it's very noble that you were trying to help. I could do it long ways, but then I would give up being able to have a dresser, and you'd be able to see all behind me and into the door and everything like that. That wouldn't be fun. So, I don't know. A full bed would not work. Could do a twin. No, I want a full. It's a reasonable fear because drugs can be unpredictable. Yeah, but the thing about Firebat is that Firebat is also a fucking coward. A coward bitch. I don't think that Firebat would in a million years drive drunk. And if so, Firebat then would deserve anything that happened to her. true. I would have also left her outside for the night. What about a Murphy bed? I could do a Murphy bed. A Murphy bed. I love Murphy beds. They're so fun. Murphy bed with a desk. Oh. Expensive. I don't know the meaning of the word. I love the concept of a Murphy bed. I really do. Because then it's like, is it a living room? Is it a sewing table? Is it whatever? But then you also have to worry about clearance. I'm sleepy. I think it's about time that I go to bed, gang. So, we're gonna play the goodbye song. We're gonna sing it together.
You ready to sing goodbye?
I am.
Alright, you ready?
Cool. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again, I say so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again. It's been great to play and sing together. And now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. You're watching the Out.
I like that song. It's a fun little throwback to when I was a pre-K.